Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited word void. Must claim to be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Won't cannot be withdrawn. This obtains free money or unrestricted and markets on offer. Must be claimed by the end of this period. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped-up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com.
The following sports special is a broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR, Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school football. To get you ready for today's play-by-play action, we'll bring you interviews, in-depth analysis, and important game information on the pregame show. So let's get things started by going to the stadium and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening from Cardinals Stadium. It's the last week of the regular season in West Virginia high school football. Tonight, here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, it's the Hedgesville Eagles taking on the Spring Mills Cardinals. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me on the call tonight is Dylan Bishop, our camera crew this evening's Ethan Elliott and Tyler Strine. Back at the studio is Kyler High. Pregame show is brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Call them at 304-350-1931 or visit them online at whmsystems.com. Should be a fun rivalry night here between these two. I like calling it the back roads brawl, Dylan, when these two teams go head-to-head. Because not too long ago, for one, Spring Mills didn't exist. It was all Hedgesville High School for this area. Then a dozen years ago, Spring Mills comes to be, and now these two, on a yearly basis, get to square off.
Right, I have plenty of friends of mine that were 9th grade at Hedgesville, 10th grade at Spring Mills when it was built and started out. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a rivalry here on this part of Berkeley County. And this should be a fun matchup here tonight. Spring Mills, this year, not quite the same level that they were last year, but they have firmly established themselves as one of the best programs in the Eastern Panhandle and in the state of West Virginia at large at 4A, now under Coach Law. Lost some of that senior leadership from last year, maybe that top-end talent, at least at quarterback, and then you switch over, and still a solid season so far this year. Spring Mills is only at 5-4, but all of the teams that they've lost to are ranked ahead of them in the top 7 in the state. Morgantown at number 1, Martinsburg at number 3, University at number 6, and Wheeling Park at number 7. Those are their 4 losses. So they haven't dropped a game that you would say maybe they shouldn't have, at least based on those rankings. So they're still a high-quality football team that is looking to get some momentum going into the playoffs and also establish themselves as one of those top 8 teams that can get a home game in the first round.
And it's not like they were blowout losses. They were close games through and through, so they, even at 8th, have a pretty solid shot here of making some noise come playoff time. And obviously here tonight their focus, though, is on beating Hedgesville and bettering yourself, getting to 6-4, so that hopefully if things go your way, maybe it's not just one home playoff game, maybe it's 2 home playoff games, depending on how much you can jump, or if you're just hoping that there's some upsets. Probably the latter of those 2 options when you look at things sitting here at 5-4, because you expect pretty much everybody ahead of you to take care of business tonight. The only kind of match that you could, I guess, maybe make an argument, though, and in all honesty for me, it's naive on my part, is the matchup between George Washington and Woodrow Wilson. I just don't know enough between those 2 teams in the 5-9 here through Week 10 of the playoff ratings for Week 11 of the regular season. But pretty much everything else here tonight, you expect the teams on paper that are better to easily get wins all around. And tomorrow.
You would expect George Washington to win that one, but there has been an injury bug going around the state of West Virginia this year where some teams have lost some top talent all the way up to number 1 Morgantown. And I believe George Washington's been part of that, but they do still sit at 7-2 going up against 5-4 Woodrow Wilson tonight. So you would think that GW can get that one done and stay up in that top 8, maybe no lower than 6th or 7th. So I do think some things need to go Spring Mills' way tonight around the state and tomorrow, potentially, for them to jump up higher into that top 4 to get 2 home games. But maybe if a game breaks your way, it could end up with you as the higher seed in the second round. But it also affects your second round matchup in general, because if you're sitting at number 8, yes, you get a home game the first round, but then you play probably the number 1 seed overall in the second round if you're sitting there ranked 8th. If you get that up to 7th, you can make that the number 2 seed. Get up to 6th, make that the number 3 seed potentially. Or the teams over there that could potentially have a slightly higher chance of an upset in that second round. But Hedgesville comes in here tonight. Spring Mills has to first get it done against them.
Yeah, and for Hedgesville, in all honesty, they're just happy to be in. It does feel like it's a lock that they're most likely making the playoffs, even right now, sitting at 2-7, and all signs here tonight on paper pointing to 2-8, unless they are able to pull off a crazy upset here over Spring Mills and get the win of the season for Hedgesville. But that feels unlikely, but you still got to play the game, so nothing set in stone. But when you look at the playoff ratings, their rating of 9.51 at 14th, everybody below them, you're not worried about. So it just comes down to where you're heading. If you do drop a spot, is it going to then mean Huntington, or will you stay here and go up against Martinsburg?
Yeah, I think if you were able to pull off the upset tonight, there's at least the potential that you could jump up a couple spots to get out of playing those top-tier, top-of-the-line teams where, let's say you get up to number 12, and that turns into you playing, instead of Martinsburg, Huntington, Jefferson, you could be playing George Washington or University, who might feel like a little bit easier competition. But I think Hedgesville will take being in the playoffs no matter what, which I think maybe complicates tonight's upset potential because Hedgesville seems to know that they don't need to win tonight to get it.
All right, let's step aside, take our first break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of that break, we'll get the check of the area schedule for you. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-Point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Ardenelville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com.
Welcome back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for the check of the area schedule, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. It's the last week of the regular season, so let's check in on how everyone's season has gone so far. The Jefferson Cougar season has been like a Sour Patch Kids commercial. First they're sour, and then they're sweet. For Jefferson, the season started sour. An 0-4 start and only 13 points scored in the 4-game stretch. Since then, it's been sweet. 5 straight wins, which have blasted them up like a rocket to 4th in the WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight, the Cougars wrap up the season with the Jefferson County rivalry game against the Washington Patriots. Catching up with Jefferson head coach Craig Hunter earlier this week, he gave us his scouting report for Washington.
Just working on attacking the blitzes. You know, you can see some of the blitzes that they use in the film. Just working on the blitzes, putting in some route concepts for their man-to-man defense they're going to use. Those are things we work on. Working on technique, so we can try to stop whatever they're going to throw at us this week. Not knowing what they're going to have. You know, like I said, there are rumors starting quarterback might be out again. So we're just trying to work on not knowing who we're going to see at the back there, whether it be Shields back there, maybe running the ball as a wildcat, and then throwing the ball where we don't even know who the backup quarterback is. So with that being said, you know, we're just trying to prepare ourselves and just make sure we take care of the technical stuff so we can come away with a win and try to stay where we are in the playoff rankings.
The Washington Patriots season started as being consistently inconsistent, alternating losses and wins on a weekly basis. Then after 6 weeks in, it's unfortunately felt like the wheels are falling off. The past 3 weeks for the Patriots have all consisted of 3 straight shutout losses. Now Washington sits at 3-6 overall and 13th in the WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight the Patriots host the Jefferson Cougars in this year's edition of the Jefferson Jefferson-County rivalry. Washington head coach Terry Ray had this to say about Jefferson.
They're a complete football team. With Jackson Rockwell playing quarterback, he's a dual threat. He can tuck the ball and run, and he can throw the ball really well. We're going to try to keep him in the pocket. He's a really good quarterback. We got to also beware of Ledbetter because he can run the ball. He runs real hard, and they have a really good group of talented receivers. Joey Roberts is a monster in the middle. Their D-line's very consistent. They take on blocks. We're going to have to take what they give us tonight, and hopefully everything will work out for us.
The season for the Musselman-Applemen has looked promising. After being forced to rebuild the program due to the transfer portal last year, along with finishing 1-10 overall, this year they've gone 4-5 overall. It's not the best Musselman's ever been, but it's a step in the right direction for the program to get back to what it once was. This week they're 10th in the WVSSAC playoff ratings. Tonight the Applemen head to Morgantown to take on the top-ranked Mohegans. Musselman head coach Brian Thomas says his team's ready to go.
I don't really think there needs to be a lot of motivation, for our seniors, just like their seniors. This is our last regular season game. So, you got a lot of kids, majority of our locker room, they're the kids that are seniors, they're kind of nearing the end of their football career. So, they better play hard. They better give it everything they have because, your life's going to flash by pretty quick. And next thing you know, you're not going to be able to suit up anymore, which I assume a lot of coaches in the state are probably saying the same thing. So, we're fighting for playoff seed too. We're trying to fight for a top 10 finish in the state. That'd be a pretty cool accomplishment if we finished top 10 in the state. So yeah, we got a lot to play for as well. I still think there's a chance that we get a home playoff game. So we're fighting and we're playing for stuff too. So, the motivation, really, I think will kind of take care of itself is, hey, we're not sitting here, like we were last year at this time. We were sitting here with one win and we were going to be, one of the bottom teams in the playoffs. Now we're sitting there now trying to get to 500 and still with a lot to play for.
Lastly, the Martinsburg Bulldogs are still looking like a state title contender, and that's even after starting off the season 0-2. Because since that 0-2 start, the Bulldogs have put together 7 straight dominating wins, in which no one has come within 4 touchdowns of them. So now sitting at 7-2 overall, Martinsburg is sitting in 3rd in this week's WVSSAC playoff ratings. The Bulldogs' final game of the regular season is tomorrow afternoon as they host the Hurricane Redskins. Martinsburg head coach David Walker shared his thoughts on their opponent.
I mean, they've got some good size on their offensive line. The quarterback's a good player, but they have struggled this year. But it's one of those things that they're going to come up here. They don't have anything to lose. Our kids have, our focus has been more on us like it is every week. So, we've approached it no different than any other game.
That was your Check of the Area schedule, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets. With convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle, fast, fresh, friendly, Rock's. We'll be right back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha! Omaha!
Rock's Local Market.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments want to help keep our communities, including backyard flocks and farms, safe from H5N1, the avian flu. To stay up to date with current risk levels and CDC recommendations, as well as disease prevention information shared by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, be sure to check out the Community Resources section of the Berkeley Morgan County Health Department at bchealthdept.org. This ad has been made possible through a grant-funded partnership with the West Virginia Department of Health.
We welcome you back to Cardinal Stadium. Countdown to kickoff here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, as our pregame show brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems. As we're about 40 minutes away from kickoff for tonight's ball game between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. Let's now take a look at Hedgesville so far on the season, 2-7 overall, and the injury bug has really changed this team. A new look, a new style as well, and for the past 2 weeks, it's worked. They started off 0-7. You had that rough loss to Musselman, 53-zip, Dillon, and in that game you had multiple injuries that were season-ending, including for your starting quarterback, Ches Milburn. You already had your backup quarterback out for the season from a few weeks prior due to a injury to him. So now we see Caleb Wood as the quarterback. Chris Williams goes back to running back, and they're just going to go smash-mouth football the rest of the season and see what happens. And as I said, the past 2 weeks, it's worked, getting back-to-back wins.
Yeah, the level of competition had gone down for them a little bit, so they were able to have success on the ground while switching to this sort of single-wing offense. It's going to look probably a good bit like what we've seen from Musselman this year and last year. So they've adjusted to it well enough to where Chris Williams had 430 rushing yards in the last 2 weeks in those 2 wins against Parkview and Dominion. But those were admittedly teams that I think would probably get run off the field by someone like Spring Mills. So tonight is going to be interesting to see how well that offense works against Spring Mills, who has shut out multiple teams so far this year that they've gone up against, while also having been shut out a couple times by the top-tier teams in the state of West Virginia. And I think tonight it'll probably be Spring Mills having the more regular success, and we'll see if Hedgesville and that single-wing style can break some big plays against the Cardinals' defense, one that has typically been very disciplined against the run, which could make things really difficult for the Eagles' offense tonight.
I mean, it's going to be tougher than ever when you are going up against a Division I recruit in Xavier Anderson, a commit to Cincinnati to play defensive end for them starting next fall, a 6'5", 200-pound senior. We know he is very talented, a just pure athlete through and through, no matter what sport it is. You've already seen him here throughout the football season doing a great job, as he'll continue to do that, hopefully, for Cincinnati. We know on the basketball court how aggressive he plays as well for the state champion team last year for the Cardinals. He's just a great player all around and leads by example for that defense, and he's just the top of the iceberg. All around him, though, are still incredibly talented players in Abel Meza, Devin King, who we'll hear from later on here in the pregame show. We saw Jacob Long get a big hit against Martinsburg a few weeks back, and then, of course, Blake Sanders, Nolan Forrest, Bradley Butts, those linebackers. You expect them to stack the box here tonight against Hedgesville with probably 7, maybe even 8 guys at times because of the style of offense they will be using here tonight.
Yeah, Coach Law and the rest of the staff, Coach Hessen on the defensive side for the Cardinals, have been shutting down a lot of teams over these last 2 seasons. And Spring Mills might not be quite at that top tier that they were last year, where it took 7 games into the season for them to give up a touchdown. But they have been very impressive and been able to really just contain the offenses that they've gone against that haven't been on those very tippy-top tiers of the state. So the Eagles are in for a challenge tonight, and Hedgesville is full of sophomores, juniors, freshmen. Coach Faircloth said that I think that they have 4 active seniors right now in general on the team, starting 8 sophomores on offense. So it's going to be a big test for a lot of those young guys tonight.
Yeah, you're happy with the experience they're getting
Yep.
at the varsity level, and hopefully that shows a promising future. In the end, we'll have to see, because it unfortunately for Hedgesville has become a common theme. It feels like that the injury bug about midway through the season just hits them, and you're staring here at the end of the year, and it's always new faces because of that, year in and year out, and you just continue to knock on wood, hoping that the next year that isn't the case. But unfortunately, at least last year, we all remember it was pretty much the same as what it is here this year.
Yeah, they've caught some tough breaks. I know this year Coach Faircloth has said that a lot of these injuries were a run of bad luck, because it's a lot of broken bones.
Right, and you can't fix that.
Yeah, it's not.
You can't do anything differently to avoid those in practice or what.
Right, there's sometimes you can see a trend of injuries that make you like, say, MetLife Field, all the torn ACLs, and you can say, oh, that's your field problem there. Well, with Hedgesville, at least this season, it hasn't really been a trend that makes you think, well, if you changed this, you wouldn't have the same number of injuries. Maybe there is something, but it's not something, at least, that sticks out to us from all the information that we have. So it's a tough break for them, but it does let them get some younger guys some varsity experience.
And we'll see how they do here tonight. But for now, let's step aside, take a break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from the head coach of the Hedgesville Eagles, Matt Faircloth, as Dylan caught up with him earlier in the week. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and CV10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. Our pregame coaches interview is brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road. They became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Here with Hedgesville head coach Matt Faircloth. Coach, 2 games in a row you guys have won now after a slow start to the season. What does that say about your guys that they've been able to power through and now 2-game win streak?
Well, I think we got through the tough part of the schedule. You look at it across the rankings. I think right now, I think we're leading in strength of schedule points. And then, we got 1 game left, and it's not against a cupcake either. So I think we got to 2 games in our schedule where we knew, all right, if we can get through the gauntlet, we can give ourselves a chance, and especially with a young team. And they came out and executed and did what we needed to do.
What were some of the things specifically that you like from that last game now against Dominion to be able to build on for this last game of the regular season against Spring Mills?
Execution. I think, over time, we were playing really, really good teams, and they didn't understand how little things can lead to big things. And finally, the last 2 games, they executed all the small things, didn't let them amount to big things, and executed the game plan. That's what it comes down to.
For you as a coach, what was sort of the development, the shift when you guys started losing guys to injury to now what you call the smash mouth style? What was that transition like for the coaching staff to be able to make that adjustment?
Well, a lot of us played in it. A lot of us played in a double wing, single wing, a lot of 11, 12, 13 personnel, 20 personnel type stuff. So for us, it was an easy transition for us, but when you got kids in the spread, it can be a difficult transition. But they responded well. The big boys up front, I think they've, I think they like it just because now they don't really have to, reach and run as much. Now they're getting their angles that they want. Now we can put big body on big body and give them path and angle that they need.
When you're looking at Spring Mills coming up on this Friday, what do you see from them? Obviously, they're always a tough task last year, this year, the years before with Coach Law and them over there. What have you seen from them that you feel like you're going to have to focus on with your team?
Their athleticism. I mean, across the field. I mean, quarterback, running back, wide receivers, DBs, linebackers, they all move really, really well. And they got good size up front. They're going to be coached well. That's the one thing that I can say. Every year we play them, they're going to execute their game plan and try to get their athletes out in space, and they're going to bring a lot of pressure. So for us, that's what we're going to focus on this week.
When you're looking at, they always have a tough defense. You guys are kind of transitioning into an offense that, while you guys have adjusted to, you're still in the newer phases of implementing it, installing it. How do you feel like you're going to approach this week when it comes to that side of the ball?
For us, we're going to stick to what we've been doing the last 2 weeks, and we're going to build off of it and, go into the playoffs with the same mindset of we're going to use this as, preparation for what we're trying to build here in the future. We're not going to change. We are who we are, and, this is going to be us going forward.
You guys have jumped up in the rankings a bit after these 2 wins to where you now seem like you're going to be in position for the playoffs. What is it like for you guys when the playoff conversation comes up before that last game of the regular season? How do you approach that with your team?
Well, we got to get focused on this week because, if you're not focused going into Spring Mills rivalry game, it never ends well. So for us, we're going to focus on this week. I think some of the kids have looked at the rankings, and I think they figured it out that, that we're going to be in. But at the end of the day, I think we've scheduled to the point of where, you win some games in that stretch. You're always going to set yourself up, especially with the power rankings and strength of schedule points and all that stuff.
All right, Coach, congrats, or thanks for the time. Good luck on Friday when it comes to the game. I do have the fun question for you this week. It's what is your favorite soup?
Chicken noodle.
Chicken noodle,
Yep,
okay.
chicken noodle.
Simple question. All right, simple question, simple answer. There you go.
I can handle that one.
All right, Coach, good luck on Friday.
I appreciate you.
Once again, our pregame coaches interview is brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first, Parsons. We'll be back with more on the other side of this break. This is West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Howard Beck and Mitsura Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Stadium. It is senior night here for Spring Mills High School as the Spring Mills Cardinals play host to the Hedgesville Eagles here in the Back Roads Brawl. Just under half an hour away from kickoff for tonight's ball game here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in and hope you enjoy tonight's game. Get to see Spring Mills once again. Saw them a few weeks ago when they were at Martinsburg and took a tough loss, 42-0 in that state championship rematch. But since then, they went on the road to Parkersburg South, got a big-time bounce-back win last week, 41-0, and are now sitting here at 5-4 overall. It was tough after last year for this Spring Mills team, right? Last year, you came so close. You had the best season in school history as well, even without getting that state championship against Martinsburg. But because of it, it increased those expectations probably too high, realistically, for a lot of people.
It might have. Yeah, I think there was some people probably thinking that you come into this year and go into the playoffs as one of the top 3 or 4 teams, and you come out at 5-4, number 8 right now. You had a good schedule that you've only really lost to some really good teams, but I think coming into the season you probably would have thought you were going to beat Wheeling Park and University, and you didn't. Maybe you thought you could have taken Morgantown as well. It just hasn't quite cut out that way, but they're still a good football team with a very good defense. I just think the offense hasn't quite been able to keep up in every single game. Like Ryland Swartz, 10 touchdowns to 5 interceptions in the passing game. Not a ton of attempts through 8 games so far, or 9 games. But, you know, the rushing game is pretty solid, I would say. Blake Sanders averaging almost 5 yards a carry. Tavon Jones just over 5 yards a carry. And Ryland Swartz has kind of been a little bit of a short yardage guy where his numbers are probably taken down a little bit by sacks, considering that he's only at 127 yards on 48 carries. I assume there's probably some negative yardage from sacks that go into there, but overall, the strength of this team is still the defense. They've only given up 9 rushing touchdowns all year, only 600 rushing yards all year, good for 2.9 yards per carry, and teams are only completing just under 46% of their passes against them as well, for just under 80 passing yards a game. So they've done really well on the defensive side of things. It just kind of has varied game to game whether or not they put up a lot of points.
Yeah, there's 138 points that they've given up so far this season, is the third fewest in 4A, only behind Morgantown, who sits at number 1, and Martinsburg, who sits at number 3 so far here in the playoff rating. So you're 100% right there, Dylan, that the defense is the strength of this Spring Mills team, and that's what's going to carry them, hopefully, deep into the playoffs for them. That's the hope, at least.
That is the hope. And we'll see what happens. I think against teams like Hedgesville, they can really slow down an offense. But I think when playoff time comes around, it'll vary from opponent to opponent. So we'll see. But I think tonight they're going to be able to have a lot of success on defense, but we'll see if Hedgesville has something to say about that.
Let's go ahead, step aside, take another break here on the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. On the other side of this break, we'll hear from Spring Mills head coach Marcus Law, as well as a few players from both teams. You're tuned into West Virginia High School football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information. Tomorrow's success begins with today's preparation. Give your child a pathway to flourish and thrive with a well-rounded education. Enrollment is now open at the Classical Christian Academy in Martinsburg. Visit tcca.life/information.
Did you know a fully loaded truck weighs 80,000 pounds? I do know that they can cause a lot of damage in a wreck. Over 40,000 people die every year in crashes. And distracted driving is getting even worse. I wish we had better ways to prevent distracted driving. Me too. But one thing we can do is help people who've been injured in car and truck accidents. Hurting almost heaven? Dial the 7s. 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
Hi, I'm Robbie with Main Street Martinsburg, inviting you to start a new tradition in downtown Martinsburg on December the 6th. Join us from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. for our Christmas on Main Festival, sponsored by E&B Insurance. We'll be featuring vendors, live performances, children's activities, our Christmas tree lighting at 5 p.m., and all our downtown has to offer. Everything will be merry and bright, so mark your calendars and gather your loved ones for a festive Saturday. This message was made possible by the Martinsburg-Berkeley County CVB. For more information, visit mainstreetmartinsburg.com.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our coaches interview, brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons. Now joined by the head coach of Spring Mills football, Marcus Law. Coach, your team last week with a big-time bounce-back win on the road in shutout fashion against Parkersburg South. Just your thoughts on your team and how they played.
Well, I think the one thing that I was really proud of is the fact that our guys came out and we tried to play as physical as we possibly could. And that was kind of our mindset going throughout the week. But, once you get there, the environment, they had a pretty good crowd there. And just watching our guys, as always, defense getting out there, flying around the ball. But we were able to get some things going offensively as well that we've been trying to work on throughout the week. And again, guys went out there, we got the blocks that we needed, receivers doing the things they need to do, and then all three phases of the ball were working.
Other than obviously being more physical, what were some other things that stood out to you that had that be a lopsided win at 41-0 for you guys?
Well, I was happy with our quarterback play. This last week we tried to use two different guys in there, Rowland and Keelan, and each one of those guys brings something unique to the table. So just trying to find a way to get both of them on the field and use their abilities to the best.
Is that something maybe you guys continue to do here heading into this week in the postseason, or was that just a last week situation because of the opponent?
Well, I think it's something we definitely want to look at moving forward. Again, getting both those guys out there gives an opportunity, a different dynamic of our offense, and it might be that spark that we need.
So obviously, last week of the regular season as well. Looking back at the season as a whole, have things gone the way that you guys wanted, and what would you kind of grade the season so far?
Well, these guys are absolutely resilient here. We start the season off, you lose three guys to, unfortunately, ACL injuries, and it kind of forces us to look at offensively, how do we rebound from that? How do we get certain guys in different spots to kind of help us out? And, even going as far as a kid like Devin King, typically a running back for us, he takes the ultimate sacrifice and he jumps down that offensive line that's helped us out. So, but you go up and down the roster of guys just willing to do the small things to help the team out, and absolutely just proud of those guys for that.
This week it's Hedgesville, a team that's had to make a lot of changes as well because of the injury bug this year. When you guys have been looking at the most recent film because of those changes, what stands out to you?
Oh, they fly around defensively. They do multiple things, several different types of coverages. It's going to be important that our quarterbacks get as much film study as they possibly can, and our scout team give us a great look because they can certainly do some things that can cause some problems.
How about their offense? What stands out?
Offense, just physical. They're big up front. That's very typical of Hedgesville, and obviously they'll get their run game going, and we just better be ready to fit up in our run assignments and be ready to play.
How tough is it studying film because of the numerous injuries they've had. You don't have a season's worth of footage to exactly look at. You kind of only have the past 1 or 2 weeks because of the injuries that they've had, especially to the quarterback position.
Right. I mean, honestly, you look at the scheme of things, typically, I mean, there might be some few things they'll do with the quarterback they have now, but overall, scheme-wise, it's going to be typically the same thing. So, you go back to those last couple of weeks there and kind of pick out these are the things that they're trying to do now, so that's how we got to prep for it.
What have you guys been trying to hit on in this week's practice and gearing up for Friday night, and what will you guys continue to try to hit on?
Physicality. I mean, I think you look at the guys that are going to make a run in the playoffs there, those are the guys that are going to be the most physical, those are going to be the guys that are the strongest, but also mentally we have to be in a great mindset as far as not having the silly mistakes out there on the football field. So we'll definitely preach those things, as well as making sure our guys take care of their bodies and giving the best effort they can.
What's the message for your team overall here this week when you guys wrap up the regular season?
Hey, do it for the seniors. I mean, these guys have been here 4 years, some of them a couple years. Just send them out the way you want to be sent out. And so that's what our underclassmen are trying to do, and our seniors are trying to go out the way they want to.
How much has this senior class for this year meant to the program?
A lot. I mean, it's one of those things. We spend as much time with these guys that we do our own families, and so you come attached to them. And I jokingly say these guys are my kids. So it's one of those things. It's bittersweet that yes, they're graduating, but it's kind of sad that they've left this huge imprint on the program. It's kind of sad to see them go out.
All right, anything else, Coach, for this week's matchup against Hedgesville? If not, we'll get to the fun question.
No, just really looking forward to getting on the field. One of your rivals, so looking forward to it.
All right, this week's fun question, obviously things cooling down outside here for the fall season, heading into winter, and that means it's soup season, right? What's your favorite soup and why?
Oh, man, I'm a broccoli cheddar kind of guy. I love it, but growing up, chicken noodle would have been definitely my favorite.
Coach Thomas said broccoli cheddar as well. Yeah, and I didn't think we were getting that answer, period, end of story, and now we got two coaches saying that. Okay, well, appreciate the time. Thank you. Best of luck. That was our coaches interview brought to you by Parsons Ford of Martinsburg at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons back with more of the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show right after this. This is West Virginia High School football and talk radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
Hello, Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare insurance agency. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Medicare plans have changed drastically this year. We are here to help you with a no-charge review of your coverage. Don't get taken advantage of by a call center. Call us at 304-283-0864. Stay local with Bodwell Insurance Solutions.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows. Whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
We welcome you back to the W. Harley Miller Systems pregame show. It's now time for our player interviews brought to you by the Marius Group from Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them today at 304-263-4343. Stop by scheduled appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. I'm now joined from Spring Mills, Devin King, defensive end and guard for the team. How do you feel like the season's gone so far for you guys as a whole?
The season has definitely had a lot of ups and downs, but, we're just balling every single week that we can. Doing everything we can in practice and just to, trying to get back to where we were last year.
What have you been able to enjoy the most out of this year's season?
Definitely playing on the defensive side of the ball more. I mean, even though I'm not a linebacker this year, just switch positions, but, being able to rush the passer, attack the quarterback's been pretty fun, getting sacks.
Coach Law brought up that change as well earlier when I talked with him. Just for you, what has that change been like this year?
Well, for me, I'm going to do whatever it takes to help my team win. And if I have to switch positions to help our team succeed, that's what I'm going to do.
This week it's Hedgesville. It's a rivalry. Yeah. What brings that kind of excitement to a game when it's a rivalry week like that?
I'm excited. It's a rivalry week. It's been like that the past couple of years. Really wanting to get back from, my freshman year, they beat us on a Hail Mary. So, being able to come back and beat them the past 2 years, hopefully planning to do it again this year. We just coming in, not looking forward, just focusing on Hedgesville for this week.
What do you think it's going to take for you guys to get the win here this week?
Definitely get on defensively is getting to the football, making sure, because they're going to run the ball a lot, making sure they don't get the run started. If we stop the run, we win. Offensively, just being able to move the ball, run the football, get the passing game going, and I think that's going to be our key to success in the game.
What are you going to miss most here after this season's done?
I'm going to miss, it's going to feel weird not going to school after the season's over and not being able to practice. These are my dudes right here. I love them all. With all my heart, and just I'm going to miss the game of football a lot after I graduate.
All right, Devin, appreciate the time. Thank you. Best of luck. That was our player interviews, brought to you by the Marius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call me today at 304-263-4343. Stop by, schedule an appointment at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Let's now send it to Dylan over at Hedgesville.
Here with Hedgesville running back Chris Williams. Chris, you guys are on a 2-game win streak after a slow start to the season. What does it say about your guys that you've been able to get these wins now as you've kind of changed offensive systems? What's it been like, the mood in the locker room the last 2 weeks?
It's been great. I mean, we've all been hype and happy, and I love that. I love being happy after games. It's awesome.
2 big games these last 2 weeks for you, over 400 rushing yards in those 2 games. What has this system adjustment been like as you guys have kind of transitioned to a little more single wing style for you back there? What do you feel like has been the change that sort of led to you having the success the last 2 weeks?
Our line's definitely understanding the run blocks a lot better than they have with the spread offense. So they've just been the key to my success. They give me the holes and I just got to run through them.
For you as a running back, how much does that mean to you for the offensive line guys to be opening up those holes for you?
I love it. I mean, it's the best feeling in the game when you just get a great gap to just run through and you get 5 yards of carry. That's all you need. So.
Yep. Spring Mill's coming up on Friday here. What have you guys seen from them and their defense on that side of the ball for you guys that you're going to have to handle?
Well, they have size, and we got to just be able to move them and make a crease so I can just run through them. That's all we need.
All right, and if you had to say, if you pick out 1 or 2 things that you feel like if you guys do it right on Friday, that you guys are going to be able to move the ball and have success on both sides, really, all 3 phases.
Mm-hmm. We just got to know our schemes, get our blocks down, and just stay disciplined. We can't get undisciplined.
All right, Chris, thanks for the time. Good luck on Friday.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
That player interview was brought to you by the Marius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. You can stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or give them a call at 304-263-4343. We'll be right back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti.
If you've been injured in a car accident, there are 3 things you need to know.
1, do not discuss your accident with an insurance company before you talk to a lawyer.
2, on average, car accident victims with a lawyer get over 3 times more money than those without one.
And 3, at Mansion Ferretti, if we don't win, you don't pay us, guaranteed. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
We welcome you back here to Cardinals Stadium, just a few minutes away from kickoff. The Spring Mills High School marching band out on the field for its pregame show. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop for Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Camera crew here tonight is Ethan Elliott, as well as Tyler Strine. Back in the studio is Kyler High. Just making sure here we're good. Let's step aside, take a 3-minute break for now, and on the other side of that 3-minute break, we'll get the starters, keys of the game, and officials for tonight. Back in 3 minutes with the rest of the pregame show.
Remember all the sports we played when we were kids?
Oh yeah, swimming, tennis, basketball,
Football, soccer, track. I loved winning.
I still do.
Our competitive spirit is still going strong.
But now we use it to win for our clients. If you've been hurt in almost heaven,
call the Sevens, 304-777-7777.
SkinnerWins.com.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
And that concludes today's pregame show.
We play every play like it's the most important play of the game. Let's go.
Coming up next, it's the starting lineups, opening kick, and play-by-play action of West Virginia high school football. Today's game is being brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Powered Beck and Matzaref Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rocks Local Markets, the Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results, Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys, Cody's Auto Body, the Palace Lounge, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, the Berkeley County Health Department, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, CMA Honda of Winchester, CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg, CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg, Floor Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg, Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza.
And now, let's go back to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
We welcome you back here to Cardinals Stadium as the national anthem has concluded. The colors heading off the field now. While that occurs, let's get tonight's starting lineups for you, brought to you by Bodwell Insurance Solutions, local professional to help you with all your Medicare needs. Visit them online at bodwellinsurancesolutions.com. First, for the visiting Hedgesville Eagles. At left tackle, it's number 56, Aiden McDowell. Left guard's number 53, Liam Foote. Center's number 74, Davis Stotler. At right guard, it's number 54, Brody Faircloth. At right tackle, it's number 62, Preston Wiles. Starting at wideout for Hedgesville, it's number 1, Isaiah Collier, and number 7, Micaiah Priller. Tight ends, number 22, Braden Keefe. Your running backs, number 23, Chris Williams. Fullbacks, number 30, Caleb McDonald. And at quarterback tonight, starting for Hedgesville, it's number 9, Caleb Wood. Defensively for Hedgesville, they go with 4 linemen down up front. And number 22, Braden Keefe. Number 77, Evan Nichols. Number 64, Brandon Merchant. Number 33, Jordan Birch. At corners on the outside, it's number 2, Woody Smith, and number 23, Chris Williams. Then you get to the secondary. Linebackers are number 14, Cam Webb, number 30, Caleb McDonald, number 1, Isaiah Collier. And your safeties are number 15, Levi Allen, and number 24, Braden Hill. Now for the home team, the Spring Mills Cardinals. Starting tonight for them up front, you have number 60, Hunter Eldridge, number 58, Devin King, number 64, Johnny Dronberg, number 54, Jamarcus Holesley, and number 71, Mateo Swain. Wide receivers tonight, starting for Spring Mills, of course, is number 4, Xavier Anderson, number 0, Javon Jones, number 7, Isaiah Wong, and number 13, Hope Bilquay. Running backs, number 9, Blake Sanders, and starting quarterback for Spring Mills is number 11, Rylan Schwartz. Defensively for Spring Mills, they go with that 3-3-5, defensive ends on the outside. Number 4, Xavier Anderson. Number 58, Devin King. At nose tackle, it's number 53, Abel Meza. Linebackers are Bradley Butts and Nolan Forrest and Blake Sanders. You have Rylan Schwartz as well starting tonight. Tavon Jones starting. Your Bandits, Hope Bilquay, number 13. And your corners are number 0, Javon Jones, and number 7, Isaiah Wong. And those are your starters for both teams as captains out on the field now for the coin toss. And while that occurs, let's get our intro of game officials brought to you by Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza. Call 304-728-ANDY. Again, that's 304-728-2639. Or visit them online at www.andyspizza.com. Referee tonight, James Watts. Umpire, Larry Hawk. Head linesman's Robert DeLine. Line judge is Brian Costello. And your back judge is Mitchell Klee. As Hedgesville takes the field on the far side with the blue helmets, white jersey with the gold numbers, and blue pants. It's the Hedgesville Marching Band in attendance as well, playing them in onto that far side of the field. While we wait for Spring Mills as they take the field now in the all-black uniforms tonight. Dylan, give us our keys of the game, brought to you by CMA Chevy and Toyota Martinsburg, all in one convenient location, 650 Foxcroft Avenue in Martinsburg. CMA, where owners just care more.
I think for Spring Mills, the key is going to be eye discipline in the run game when going up against Hedgesville's offense. That single wing, you never really know who's going to get the ball and which direction they're going on any given play. So they're going to have good eyes in the backfield. Don't get caught up looking at the wrong spot. Just follow your assignments and don't get tricked by any motion in the backfield for Hedgesville. And for the Eagles, I think the blocking up front in the run game is going to be absolutely huge. The offense is not going to get much going if they can't win up front. They're going to be more condensed formations, more tight ends, fullbacks, guys that need to block out on the edge to get things moving. And if they can't do that, the offense isn't going to get very far, and that's going to make things easier for Spring Mills and get them good field position.
Looks like it will be Spring Mills kicking off and defending the end zone to our left. Hedgesville returning the kick and defending the right end zone here to begin. Opening kick brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Other games going on tonight, you have Musselman at Morgantown and Jefferson at Washington. We'll try to update you with some scores from those games throughout our broadcast here tonight. And, of course, at halftime and post-game, they'll be included in the scoreboard show from Kyler High. Almost ready to go. It looks like Hedgesville wants to change one of the up men here before we begin, as both teams out on the field. One man back to return for Hedgesville here as we get ready. And it's Chris Williams, but it's going to bounce to the up man that just came in as he was that last substitution. And he loses the ball. It comes out. It's on the ground, but it looks like another Hedgesville Eagle fell on top of it. So they'll retain possession on the opening kickoff, and the offense for the Eagles will make their way out onto the field. Almost a disastrous start, though, for Hedgesville.
It was close to one. You got to hold on to that ball. Spring Mills, I think, is going to be able to move the ball well enough on their own without having really good field position.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for Hedgesville. Ball at the 23-yard line to begin tonight's ball game offensively for the Eagles, as we now get to see that smash mouth offense that they've been talking about. They go with a fullback dive up the middle, and they're not going to get much on it. Looks like they might say forward progress. Got back to the line of scrimmage for McDonald. Well, that'll bring up 2nd down and 10 now.
A good job of penetration on the very first play there for Spring Mills, and now immediately putting Hedgesville in 2nd and long. Which is going to be tough for this offense to do.
Don't expect a lot of passing here tonight for Hedgesville. They now go an I formation. Wood under center, man in motion. It's a run up the middle. Williams lowers his shoulder, gets across the 25 and brought down just shy of the 30-yard line, so that makes 3rd down a little bit more manageable now for Hedgesville. As Bradley butts in on the tackle.
There's going to be a lot of misdirection coming from this Hedgesville offense that Spring Mills is going to have to account for. A little bit of a ball fake there, but just a handoff up the middle for Williams that time.
You got it to the 28, so a gain of 5, making it 3rd and 5. They go now with a outside zone run, trying to get across the numbers was Williams, but he gets stopped by Xavier Anderson, and that'll bring up 4th down. Good job on the outside there by Xavier Anderson, the 6'5" senior.
Horse collar on Spring Mills.
Must have missed it. Thank you, Dylan. I never saw a flag come out.
Just throwing right around the tackle. Yep.
So that penalty will give Hedgesville a 1st down.
So that's an early mistake for Spring Mills. You don't want to give Hedgesville free yards. I think you can get yourself off the field if you just play disciplined more often than not here tonight.
So 1st and 10 for Hedgesville now as they go with a halfback toss. Anderson gets into the backfield and this time wraps up Williams for a loss on the play, forcing him out of bounds, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Lost a yard that time. It's been difficult so far for Hedgesville to get too much going on the ground. But keep using that motion, find different ways to catch the Cardinals off guard.
Hedgesville bringing one receiver out wide here to the near side on this 2nd down and 11. They go with the motion, but it's another run right up the middle and a great hole, bouncing off a few tackles and gaining a 1st down in Spring Mills territory goes Chris Williams as he's brought down at the 42-yard line for the Hedgesville 1st.
A great run that time by Williams, and he's had a lot of success in this new offense for Hedgesville. They've been leaning on him a lot, over 400 yards in the last 2 games combined.
And you can see Spring Mills going with 4 down linemen, ready for that run, but so far the size up front for Hedgesville has been moving as they go with a jet sweep. There's going to be a penalty and some big hits here on Isaiah Collier, trying to get to the outside here on the near side around the 40. But it appears this play coming back here after the gain of about 1. It's a holding penalty against Hedgesville. So that'll put them back behind the 50, It appears.
Now each side has a mistake to their name on the penalty side of things. And again, for Hedgesville, this is not a team that is going to be able to afford to be behind the chains a whole lot here tonight.
Yeah, that on top of the name of the game tonight for Hedgesville, time of possession. They have to dominate that if they want to stay in this game, limit the amount of times Spring Mills offense is out on the field. So now 1st and long at the 49. Go with a fullback dive up the middle for McDonald, and the hole immediately swarms on him as he's only able to get about a yard on the play to the 50-yard line, making it 2nd down and long now. Looks like 2nd and about 17 needed here for Hedgesville.
It really makes matters worse when that first play after the penalty doesn't go anywhere. You would think that now 2nd and 18, you're going to have to put the ball in the air on one of these 2 plays, 2nd or 3rd down, to pick it up, keep the chains moving.
8:20 remaining here in quarter number 1. Still scoreless between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. They go with a halfback toss for Williams to the right, and he's going to get hit in the backfield yet again around the 45-yard line. It looks like forward progress. They'll give him to the 46 of Hedgesville, but at a loss of 4, making it 3rd and 22.
More credit again to the Spring Mills defense. They're pursuing the ball really well to start off this game, and Hedgesville's probably going to have to find some more creative ways to get that offense going.
Yeah, you feel like this has to be a passing situation unless you're just going to try to play the field position game. Hedgesville breaks the huddle. They send one out wide here on the near side, but the play clock has hit 0. Hedgesville has to take a timeout to avoid a delay of game penalty here on this 3rd and 22. We'll take a 30-second break with them, then we'll be right back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Howard Beck and Surf Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? LawPBM.com.
Back here at Cardinal Stadium after the Hedgesville timeout. Timeouts are brought to you by the Larry DeMarco team of Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Looking for a home in the tri-state area? Give them a call, 304-262-4222. Visit them online at modernrealtyresults.com. 7:27 left here in quarter number 1. It's still scoreless between Hedgesville and Spring Mills. Is this the opening drive of the game? And right now for Hedgesville, they're facing a 3rd and 22 on its own 46-yard line. One receiver here to the near side. They go with the I formation, and it's still a run right up the gut for Hedgesville, as Williams able to get to about the 48. Now late flags fly after the play as well, so we'll have to wait and see what that's all about, as it also looks like the clock never went on that play. Looked over, and it's still at 7:27. Looks like the penalty's against Spring Mills.
The personal foul, automatic 1st down. Man.
So the ball now
Or is it an automatic
at
first
the
down?
37-yard line. I don't think it is an automatic first.
Official made a motion for a first down, but they're setting up fourth down.
Yep, it looks like he just made a mistake there, Dylan. That got you. No worries. Fourth and about 5. It's a fullback run up the middle. See if Hedgesville's line can push them enough to the first down, and it looks like they're going to be about 3 yards short. Turnover on downs as Spring Mills offense will get the ball at its 35-yard line as Caleb McDonald just couldn't get there. Needed about 5 or 6, only got 3.
So in the end, a good first drive result for the Spring Mills defense. Looks like an early 14-0 lead for Jefferson over at Washington.
Quick pass underneath on a curl route. Now some space here on the near side out at the 50. Great blocking ahead. 40, 30, 20, 10. And it's a one-play drive resulting in a touchdown for Spring Mills. Goes 65 yards, and just like that, with 7:01 to go here in quarter number 1, it's Spring Mills 6, Hedgesville 0.
Boquay just gets a lane to the outside, pushing it to the sideline, putting pressure on Hedgesville horizontally, and they just can't catch Hope Boquay.
That was some beautiful blocking here by the receiver on the near side as well. Missed who that was, but definitely go back and take a glance here as the extra point kick up and good. 7-0. Spring Mills now leads Hedgesville. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10.
Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. FloorPools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com.
We welcome you back here. The kick in the air. It's end over end and caught at the 10-yard line by the return man for Hedgesville. He's going to go up the middle across the 25 and tackled, it looks like, at the 28-yard line. Scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions, after Chris Williams gets that return of 28 yards.
Pretty easy one, right, Colin? One play, 65 yards. Spring Mills, it's Ryland Swartz, quick pass to Hope Boquay that go to the distance.
Correction, only 18-yard return. My apologies. Accidentally added 10 extra. Another run here for Williams. Big hole up the middle, and he gets it across the 35 before being hit in the second level at the 36-yard line.
So this isn't quite the single wing offense. We thought, from what we've heard about from Coach Faircloth, it sounded kind of like the single wing, which is what Musselman's running right now. This is more the double wing that they call it, but it's a lot of I formation. They'll have options off of it still. It's a lot of triple option type of concepts.
Now it's a fullback run up the middle, trying to give an extra push here, but a flag while the play going on for the run for McDonald.
Pretty immediately at the snap.
By the way, quick scoring update. Morgantown has taken a 6-0 lead over Musselman late in the first. Is that penalty against Hedgesville?
I think illegal formation.
So that backs the ball up to the 32-yard line after the penalty. And it's second down and about 7 now here for Hedgesville. One receiver here to the near side. Wood under center. They send a man in motion. It's another run, though, for Williams, who bounces off the right tackle and tries to go outside between the hash marks and numbers and just falls forward across the 35 down at the 36. So a gain of 4 on that play will make it 3rd and 3.
The Hedgesville offensive line is doing a pretty solid job of giving Chris Williams a lane to run through, and he's been able to hit a couple holes so far. That one for 4 yards, the previous run for 7. He had a 15-yarder on the last drive. See how often they can keep that up.
So 3rd and 3, same formation here with that double wing. They fake the run for the fullback, hand it off to Williams, and Spring Mills read it all the way. He's hit right at the 30 and dropped at the 31. A loss of 5 on the play brings up 4th and 8, and on comes the punt team for Hedgesville. First quarter brought to you by W. Harley Miller Systems, providing custom integration services like home and office automation, home theater networking, audio, video distribution, and more. Give them a call at 304-350-1931 or visit them online at whmsystems.com. As the snapback punts a low line drive on the far side, it bounces at the 41 and goes out of bounds. We'll have to wait and see where they say, and it looks like it's going to be the 38. First quarter also brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. So we'll see Spring Mills' offense come back out onto the field at the 38-yard line, and last time it only took them one play to score from the 35.
So it looks like there was a penalty on Spring Mills on the return. I believe a hold. That's going to back up where they start this drive.
What were you holding for? There was no return. Your return man flew away from the ball.
Those punt gunners, they don't really know where the ball's going, so they just do what they have been told to do on the play.
It's true. So that penalty will have Spring Mills' drive start at the 28-yard line. The receivers near side, one to the far side. It's a quarterback draw. Schwartz gets tripped up and brought down at around the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down. Spring Mills wants to go no huddle, but Hedgesville still getting some substitutions in here for this 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I think Spring Mills may have run somebody off, gave them time to.
2 receivers to each side, man in motion from left to right now as Schwartz takes the snap, looking to the near side. It's a screen pass caught and some blocking in front. Now a good run for the receiver, but it appears it's going to come back for a penalty. And it's a holding called against Spring Mills as that flag back around the 30-yard line.
That's a shame because they were setting up one of their seniors that doesn't get a ton of playing time or touches. Dominique Eskren-Walls, listed as a backup quarterback and a defensive back, 12th grade senior, 5'8", 170. Set him up with that screen pass, and on senior night, it gets called back.
So now 2nd and long, 3 receivers to far side, one to the near side for Schwartz. Schwartz takes the snap, drops back the pass, now rolls out to his right, looking downfield for Anderson, and overthrows him. So now it's 3rd down for Spring Mills after the incompletion.
Didn't give Spring Mills much of a window to throw that ball into, that being Hedgesville. Now, if you throw it just in the vicinity of Xavier Anderson, sometimes he can go up and get it, but nothing doing that time.
So 3rd and 15. Ball at the 23. Looks like Hedgesville might be sending a blitz. Schwartz recognizing it, readjusting the pressure as the ball snapped. He drops back, the pass pocket collapses, so he steps up, looking downfield, chucks it deep, has Anderson wide open, catching it at the 42 on the far side, and will be brought down inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. 1st down, Cardinals. They just lost the biggest man on the field in Xavier Anderson. And Swartz keeping his eye on the pressure, saw him, chucked it, catching it in stride, and he's able to flip fields for Spring Mills.
Great play by Swartz to keep the play alive, keep his eyes downfield, and kind of across his body throw.
Now we get to see the first run of the night for Sanders. It's an inside zone up the middle, and it'll be a gain of about 2 yards, making it 2nd down and 8. Got 3:10 remaining and clock rolling here in the first, and now a late flag, and it's a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Spring Mills. The referee immediately heard something he didn't like and chucked that flag up into the air and onto the turf.
Penalties are already a problem for the Cardinals. Already 50 penalty yards, 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
3:06 remaining on the clock. It is Spring Mills 7, Hedgesville nothing here in quarter number 1. Final week of the regular season here in West Virginia. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. So it's another handoff. Sanders has a hole up the middle, but immediately it collapses before he can get to the second level as he's tackled just shy of the 40. It looks like they'll say at the 38-yard line.
It's at least a little more manageable of a 3rd down now for you, but only a 5-yard gain on 2nd and 23.
3rd and scoreboard reads 18. They go with a screen pass here to the near side. It's caught and well short of the 1st down. It's across the 35, brought down at around the 34, 33-yard line was the receiver, as that was Zane Whipf on the reception.
Again, only got about half of the yardage you needed, but kind of in the part of the field where you might just go for it anyway.
Looks like they are. And they're going to go 5 wide, so maybe it'll be a pooch kick. You got a diamond stack with 4 receivers on the far side. Anderson, the lone receiver here on the near side, and they go back to a screen. And great blocking in front on the outside, diving for the 1st down. They have it, but it looks like it's coming back with a holding penalty against Spring Mills in the backfield.
Yeah, one of those wide receivers in that bunch quad formation, the diamond formation out there, getting called for a hold.
So that wipes away the 1st down. We'll see if Spring Mills decides to punt or not.
I think in this situation you probably do now. And Kyler back at the studio thinks that the unsportsmanlike conduct on this drive was on Xavier Anderson, by the way.
I think so, too. It looked like the referee was talking with him. Offense staying out there. Schwartz dropping back, looking to pass here on this 4th down and long, chucking it deep as a man open. Jump ball. Did he make the catch?
Yeah.
I think he did. 1st down, Spring Mills. As Curry with the reception, making it 1st down for the Cardinals.
Keelan Curry with a really nice play to bring that one in. Just kind of a 50-50 ball almost. Inside leverage from the corner. What a play.
Now it's an outside zone run. Sanders makes one man miss. Now cutting it back, reversing Fields, has space up the middle, and goes into the end zone untouched for a touchdown. Blake Sanders with great vision.
Flag in the backfield.
But another flag
another hold.
is going to bring it back for Spring Mills. So that wipes away the fantastic play by Blake Sanders. With 1:03 left here in quarter number 1, it's going to stay 7-0 Spring Mills here over Hedgesville. And once again, Spring Mills well behind the chains.
Just absolutely shooting themselves in the foot right now. Already 70 penalty yards in the first quarter.
So 1st and 20. Clock rolling under a minute. remaining here in this first quarter. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side for Schwartz. They send Anderson in motion. Schwartz takes the snap, looking at Anderson's way, dumping it underneath, catching it in stride as Anderson on the far sideline makes one man miss, now cutting it inside the numbers, will be tackled inside the 5, first and goal, Spring Mills now. Is that a touchdown saving tackle for Hedgesville as Isaiah Collier able to trip him up?
Got to tackle out in space better than that. I know Xavier Anderson's going to be really tough to bring down, but just way too much looking around and watching Xavier Anderson run
Schwartz, hand off to Sanders. He tries to juke past the man coming in on the blitz, but he can't do so, as making the tackle that time was Caleb McDonald in the backfield.
That's a really nice play by McDonald.
Looks like we might have a penalty, though, here on the play.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on Spring Mills.
Again. Cardinals just can't get out of their own way here tonight.
I don't think I've ever seen 85 penalty yards in a quarter. And these are 3 personal foul penalties. 2 are unsportsmanlike conduct on this drive alone. That's the only reason why this has been a 9-play drive. Cardinals could have been in the end zone by now without these penalties, even just without.
Well, they
the personal
at least
foul.
had already been once.
Right. Yeah.
15 seconds remain here in the first. It is now 2nd down and 19 for Spring Mills. Schwartz takes a snap, dropping back the pass, looking to near side, chucking it deep for the end zone. Jump ball, incomplete. Just overthrowing the intended receiver, Xavier Anderson, on that play. So 13 seconds left here now. Not a lot of time went off on that play.
Nope.
That's okay. 3rd and 19. Or 3rd and goal, excuse me, at the 19.
Just ran 4 verts that time. Everybody going straight down to the end zone. Ryland Swords trying to throw up a jump ball, just overthrown. But did the smart thing. If your receiver can't catch it, nobody should.
3rd and 19, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Schwartz takes the snap, dropping back the pass, eyeing downfield, now stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to take off, pump fakes, still running, jukes a man, and will be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line, and that will be the final play of quarter number 1. 7-0, Spring Mills leads Hedgesville after 1. Let's step aside and take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back with quarter number 2 here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Ardenelville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
2. We welcome you back here. 1 quarter played so far tonight. It's Spring Mills leading 7-0 over Hedgesville as Spring Mills with the ball in a 4th and goal situation at the 6-yard line. I'm Colin McLaughlin alongside me, Dylan Bishop. Camera crew here tonight. You have Ethan Elliott and Tyler Strine. Back at the studio is Kyler High. Was there a penalty? What happened?
Unsportsmanlike.
Another one after that play? For Schwartz?
I think it was a 10-yard penalty now that I'm looking.
Okay, so it's 3rd and goal. Schwartz, pump fakes, now chucking it as a man wide open on the far side and in and out of the hands. That should have been a touchdown, but just running up short on the play is Douglas Mayer, the intended receiver. And that makes it 4th and goal from the 29. So I missed that on that last play of the final one of the first quarter where Schwartz was able to run it to the 6. Another penalty against Spring Mills.
Yeah, I have to think it was a hold because the play before was at the 19. They got backed up to the 29. And that was a long developing pass play. But yeah, it did kind of go under the radar.
So 4th and goal here from the 29. Offense staying out there. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 to the near side here for Schwartz. He takes the snap, dropping back the pass, now stepping up in the pocket, and he's going to get sacked. Turnover on downs. Hedgesville gets the stop it needed. Big play there by Zavon Rush, able to bring him down.
Big-time play by the Hedgesville defensive line that kind of felt like they hadn't really gotten a lot of traction. Went out there so far, but when they needed it, really just blew up that play from the beginning. Schwartz didn't have nearly enough time to let those receivers get down to the end zone.
So 1st and 10 at the 34 is Hedgesville. So it's a run up the middle, trying to follow his blockers to the outside is Williams. I think I saw a flag here on the near side, so this play, I believe, will be possibly called back unless that was a piece of equipment. No, it was a flag.
It's on
a lot of
Mills,
those here tonight.
Like.
A lot of them on Spring Mills.
Yeah, this is totally undisciplined so far. Well, whatever it was, they either.
I think it was just a sideline warning.
Okay, that's it then.
Yep, sideline warning.
So it was a 2-yard run by Hill to start us out.
Man in motion. Wood with the handoff to the running back going up the middle and only able to get it across the 35 here and brought down on the play. This time on the carry for Hedgesville, Braden Hill. So that makes it 3rd down. About 7 yards needed. Actually 8, excuse me. Here at the 36.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of punts from Hedgesville tonight, so it might be 4-down territory pretty much anywhere on the field.
Wood under center. It's another handoff. And a tackle in the backfield as Braden Hill never got his feet moving. Waiting for his blockers, and they never came. That brings up 4th down, and Hedgesville 3 and out. They go. So on comes the punt team.
I think they would have liked to have gotten a couple of yards there and then maybe gone for it. But, yeah, a loss of 4 just totally, I think, takes that out of the equation.
On to punts for Hedgesville. Aiden Bison, the freshman. One man standing back to return, trying to see who that is here for Spring Mills. Can't really tell with those black numbers as the punt is away. And they're going to just let it roll as Hedgesville will down it at the 33-yard line.
There's Javon Jones back there.
Thank you, Dylan. 9:49 remains here in this second quarter. It's still Spring Mill 7 and Hedgesville nothing.
Or Javon, I believe I should say. Well, let's see what we can get out of the Spring Mills offense this time, because they've moved the ball fairly well, but not without penalties setting them back.
Schwartz in shotgun formation, play action pass, quick pass, caught by Xavier Anderson, and he goes up the middle across the 50, slipping through tackles, now bouncing it to the outside at the 40. Anderson at the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Spring Mills. No flags on the field, 9:34 to go. It's Spring Mills 13, Hedgesville nothing. And that looked pretty similar to the last play. Spring Mills scored a touchdown on. Just a little curl route, receiver's blocking, and off to the races goes the receiver, and that time it was Xavier Anderson.
Yeah, I think Spring Mills has game planned pretty well tonight to know that if they can get their receivers, playmakers, the ball in space, they can make big plays out of short catches.
Flag for an encroachment penalty on Hedgesville before Stanley can put up the extra point. So that'll be half the distance to the goal. We'll see if Spring Mills accepts the penalty. It looks like they will, and they're going to go for a 2-point conversion as the offense coming back out onto the field now for the Cardinals. They're going to need to hurry. The play clock's going. It's at, oh, nope, never mind. They just reset it.
There you are. It's a somewhat of a big difference. Going from the 3 to the 1.5, it can make you feel way more confident.
Schwartz under center. It's going to be a handoff to Curry, and he has the blockers in front of him as he goes to the outside, but it's coming back as it looks like one of the other running backs that were lead blocking for him is going to get caught with a holding penalty.
So we'll go back to the field goal unit, I guess.
I think it might have been on Sanders. Guilty party for that penalty. So now you're going to try this kick for the extra point. We'll see if they reset the play clock again or not. It's already at 5 seconds.
I think Xavier Anderson will appreciate
It's at 0.
Oh.
Nobody realizes it. A kick up by Stanley. And good. 9:34 remains here in quarter number 2. It is 14-0. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. We're back in 1 minute here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Free money you can't lose. Download the Casino Kings app today.
Prohibited where void. Must claim to be 21 or older. Free money is not cash. Won't cannot be withdrawn. This obtains free money or unrestricted and strict markets on offer. Must be claimed by the end of this period. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
You've probably heard that sped-up disclaimer at the end of sportsbook ads. The ones that say,
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
But can they really help you stop gambling? Yes. They've helped thousands of people here in West Virginia stop gambling and take back their lives. They provide guidance and resources, including financial counseling and even free software to block gambling sites. So talk to someone who will take the time to listen. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, Jonathan Bodwell, Bodwell Insurance Solutions, your local Medicare insurance agency. We are celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here. Medicare plans have changed drastically this year. We are here to help you with a no-charge review of your coverage. Don't get taken advantage of by a call center. Call us at 304-283-0864. Stay local with Bodwell Insurance Solutions.
We welcome you back. Unfortunately, kickoff has just occurred. It was a onside kick, and it was recovered by Spring Mills. So the Cardinals get the ball with the successful onside kick. Let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
I think Xavier Anderson will appreciate knowing that it was a one-play, 67-yard touchdown catch for him.
I'm not doing it.
No.
I will resist.
It's over, Colin. The adults have co-opted it. It's over. That's what I hear, at least.
3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side now for Spring Mills. Send Curry in motion to Schwartz, dropping back the pass, stepping up in the pocket, throwing a double coverage, and was it still caught? Waiting to see as there's still some fighting for the ball on the ground.
Flag back
Curry,
to the
the
line
intended receiver.
It's another hold back at the line of scrimmage.
And it doesn't matter. Another penalty against Spring Mills. And we still got over 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Dylan, how many total yards and penalty yards have they had so far?
105, Colin, with 9:21 left in the second quarter.
We thought last week was bad at Washington.
Yeah, that got pretty rough pretty early. But
that was just the amount of penalties. Those, though, were false starts and offsides. these have been holdings and personal fouls.
Yeah, this is really raising the bar and making it really difficult on this offense.
Here's Sears near side, one to the far side. Sanders takes the handoff from Schwartz, goes up the middle, and will be chopped down just shy of the 50-yard line on that carry. Excuse me, that wasn't Sanders. My apology. That was Tavon Jones in the backfield now.
Got himself about 6 yards on his first carry of the day.
Schwartz now quickly with a little pass here and a great juke move by the receiver. 20-10-5 touchdown Spring Mills is again with a curl route. It's Douglas Meyer with the reception. And that makes it 20-0 Spring Mills with 8:45 to go. They lead Hedgesville here in the second.
The open field tackling for Hedgesville has just been non-existent pretty much. These little curl routes, little 5-yard hitch from Spring Mills' wide receivers are turning into huge explosive plays. That's you gotta do better than that for Hedgesville.
Extra point kick by Stanley, up and good. 21-0. Spring Mills now leads Hedgesville. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha! Omaha!
Rocks Local Market.
Welcome you back now. Spring Mills with a 21-0 lead over Hedgesville. Cardinals ready to kick off. Last time they went with an onside kick. That was successful. See what Stanley does here this time. It's a low squib kick that is muffed around the 25-yard line and will be returned to about the 31-yard line, as in on the return for Hedgesville was Braden Hill. So the Eagles will get the ball as the offense comes out. Let's get another scoring drive summary, though, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership in real solutions.
2 plays to go 53 yards. It's another big-time touchdown catch. This time it's Mayer, Mayer, getting down the field 51 yards off the catch from Ryland Swartz.
So we'll see what Hedgesville's offense can do now as Caleb Wood under center once again. McDonald in at fullback, Williams at running back. It's a halfback toss to the left and running right into lineman Chris Williams. Got to keep going outside. Something.
It's a blocker getting pushed right back into his path. It is really what happened there. I believe, Jamarcus Holsey that time was the one that really got the push and just blew that play up in the backfield.
So a loss of 2 on the play. Ball now at the 30 here for this 2nd down and 12. Go with the double wing here. Sending a man in motion as Wood takes the snap, dropping back the pass, hit as he throws, and that just kind of knocked the ball away. So Wood took a shot there, slow to get up as he's helped up now, as it will be 3rd and 12. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, only the first pass attempt of the game for Hedgesville, and Wood is shaken up. I think he's going to try to tough it out, or no, he's sticking out there. I thought maybe someone was checking in for him, but it's just somebody else giving him the play call coming from the sideline.
Wood's still out there. if needed. The backup quarterback listed, given to us, is Kevin Blosser. But here's the 3rd and 12 as Wood under center. Fakes the handoff to the fullback. Gives it to Williams, who has a great run here and is tackled at the 39-yard line. So Hedgesville with the decision here on whether or not to go for it on its own side of the field. Down 21-0 with 7:27 to go here in the second quarter. Whistles blow, stopping the play as it looks like we might have a injury timeout. Not sure who the injured player is.
Whoever it is.
I don't see anybody down, yeah. More whistles blowing here as looks like our referee's going to now talk to the Hedgesville sideline about something. Looks like Hedgesville's going to decide, though, to punt here. So another 3 and out here as back the punts is Aiden Bison. And he gets the punt quickly away. It's high and it's short, bouncing at around the 45. Takes a little bit of a roll before being downed at the 42-yard line for Spring Mills. As the Cardinals offense heads back out onto the field once again. Up 21-0 here on Hedgesville.
I'm a little surprised that they punted that. 4th and 3, but it is in your own territory, so I do understand.
I should have went with my gut. It was the 41. I saw him take a step up for a yard, and then looks like they went back. New quarterback in. I go with the Wildcat speed option toss. Some good blocking here as in was Keelan Curry making the toss to Blake Sanders. And that'll make it 2nd down, but pretty manageable after a gain of about 6 yards, it looks like. So they keep Curry out there. Sanders to his left. Low snap, whistles blow the play dead, though, as they wanted to go with a handoff to Bradley Butts. But we have a penalty. And it looks like it's against Hedgesville.
Yeah. Encouragement penalty. Give them 5 yards and a 1st down.
Ball now across the 50 as well at the 48-yard line of Hedgesville.
It's only the 4th penalty for Hedgesville. They've done a solid job of being disciplined in that way. Bad timing, though.
Curry takes the snap, hands it off to Butts, who has a big hole up the middle. There goes Butts in the second level. It's going to get tripped up and tries to stay on his feet, but will finally fall down at the 26-yard line. 1st down, Spring Mills.
Heck of a run there. The threat of a rush from Curry makes things easier for
Spring Mills going no huddle. Curry takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass, fires a dart here to the near side, and it's going to go through the hands of the intended receiver. As again, that was Erskine Walls, the intended receiver, the senior, letting that one slip. That'll bring up 2nd down with 6:11 remaining here in quarter number 2. It's Spring Mills 21 and Hedgesville 0. 2nd down, Curry goes with another handoff, trying to fight for some extra yards after contacts. The running back here, trying to see who that was this time around.
Butts again.
It looks like it was Butts again. Thank you, Dylan. He wasn't able to get anything. 3rd down and 10 now.
No, I like Spring Mills giving this look of Curry at quarterback, some run for an entire drive. But Hedgesville has done a good job on this series of plays here.
Curry now only with Butts to his right in the backfield. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. They go with the speed option. Curry going to keep it himself. Jukes past one man now at the 20, 15, 10, 5 on the outside. Goes into the end zone for another Spring Mills touchdown. 5:25 remains here in the second quarter. It's now Spring Mills 27 and Hedgesville nothing. First rushing touchdown of the night now for Spring Mills, and it's Keelan Curry.
just a classic speed option out of the shotgun for that play and got the defender in conflict out on the outside and went after the pitch man, gave room for Curry to make a move and get upfield, and some Kyler Murray-esque running to the end zone quickly for Keelan Curry.
Stanley's PAT is up and good. 28-0 our score now. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. Back in 1 minute. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee Wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rocks Local Market.
We welcome you back here to Cardinal Stadium. Spring Mills ready to kick off. Landon Stanley. 28-0. Cardinals lead the Hedgesville Eagles now here in quarter number 2. Stanley was with a high kick that's going to be caught by Williams at the 10-yard line, and he's going to go right up the middle and is tackled at the 33-yard line. Now multiple flags flying after the play. So while we wait to see what those flags are, let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership and Real Solutions.
5 plays to go, 59 yards. That time for Spring Mills. It ends in a 26-yard touchdown run by Keelan Curry.
Second quarter is brought to you by the Brown Funeral Homes and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving the area since 1880, as well as Parsons Ford and Martinsburg. They're located at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. Still waiting to see.
I think it was a hold on
what the penalty
Hedgesville's
is.
Return team.
Looks like they are backing up Hedgesville. So the Eagles' drive will start as they keep going back. Maybe not just a holding penalty.
15? I saw a hit come in somewhere that looked like it could have been a personal foul. And that does look like more of a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, drive starting here at Hedgesville's 13-yard line. Wood takes the snap. Another handoff. Williams tries to go up the middle, but gets hit low, stumbles forward, is only able to get 1 yard on the play, making it 2nd and 9.
Williams has really carried the load so far for Hedgesville. He's got 13 carries so far. Next closest on the team is Hill with 3. McDonald's had 2, and Wood has ran the ball once. And that's all of Hedgesville's plays so far. So there's only 6 out of 19 plays that haven't gone to Chris Williams.
Well, now in the backfield, it's Braden Hill.
This is probably going to get moved back, too. The flag from the back judge.
Flags down on that play. It's got 4.5 minutes remaining here in this second quarter. It looks like
defensive holding.
Yeah, you can see the referees talking with Buddy Hessen, defensive coordinator for Spring Mills, over here on the near side. He's not happy with the call. Just waiting to see where they now spot the ball after the penalty. They move the chains
I think
as
it should
well.
be 10 yards, yeah.
And it's a first down for Hedgesville at the 24-yard line.
And it's yet another penalty on Spring Mills. That being their 10th. And I think that puts them at 115 penalty yards.
Hedgesville breaks the huddle. Hill, the running back in the backfield, is Wood under center. They go with a toss to Hill, and flags immediately fly on the play as Hill slips through a few tacklers and will be brought down now at about the 34-yard line. So it would have been a first down if it wasn't for the penalty.
It was an illegal shift. A pretty obvious one, too. Two players motioning at the same time. They don't both get set. There was a player moving at the snap for Hedgesville.
Officials getting their money's worth here tonight.
They sure are.
We're not even at halftime.
So it's a 5-yard penalty. That is Hedgesville's 6th flag of the night.
Ball now at the 19. It's still first down at least.
1st and 15. Yeah, it's not ideal. The way that you're running the ball is kind of a 3 yards in a cloud of dust offense.
Wood sends a man in motion, botches the snap, ball's on the ground, waiting to see who has it. Spring Mills pointing as if they do. Now it looks like the official agrees.
I think Xavier Anderson came out of the pile with it.
I think you're right. I see over there in close to the pile for him as well on that play. I'm trying to double check if I'm correct here. Was Nolan Forrest too, but I think you're right that Anderson got the ball, so turnover gives Spring Mills the ball now at the 18-yard line. So already in the red zone here to begin this drive. It's Keelan Curry staying out at quarterback. Sends Whiff in motion, and it's a jet sweep from left to right from Whiff, who makes a man miss, hurtling across the 10 and being forced out of bounds is Whiff at the 6-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal, Spring Mills on that jet touch pass. Or jet sweep, excuse me. More so than the touch pass.
It's looked really difficult so far here tonight for Hedgesville to get out in space and keep up with the athletes of the Cardinals.
Curry sends another man in motion from right to left. It's Mayer. High snap. Curry brings it down, hands it off to his running back, who goes up the middle and will be tackled just shy of the end zone, as that was Blake Sanders able to get 5 yards on the play, making it 2nd and goal now from the 1.
Sanders runs hard, man. He's not afraid of contact.
3:20 clock rolling here in the second quarter. 28-0 Spring Mills leads Hedgesville, trying to add on. Curry takes the snap, hands it off to Sanders. No, he kept it himself. He fooled me as he goes into the end zone for another Spring Mills touchdown. 3:06 left here in the quarter. It's now 34-0 Spring Mills leading Hedgesville.
Nothing fancy with Curry back there at quarterback. It's just a zone read. Hedgesville crashes down on the running back. Curry keeps it and able to get into the end zone.
Stanley on to attempt another extra point here for Spring Mills. Snaps back, holds down, kick is up, and that kick good once again for Stanley. 35-0 now. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. We're back in 60 seconds. This is West Virginia High School Football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart. And our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Stadium. Spring Mills on its senior night, dominating Hedgesville so far in the back roads brawl. 35-0 the score. Stanley sends a booming end-over-end kick that's going to bounce inside the 5 and roll into the end zone for a touchback. So, Hedgesville will get the ball after the touchback here. Let's get a scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership and Real Solutions.
Coming off of the fumble, it's a short field for Spring Mills, and in just 2 plays, they get down to the goal line, and it ends up in a 1-yard touchdown run by Keelan Curry to make it a 3-play, 18-yard touchdown drive.
So 1st and 10 now for Hedgesville at its 20-yard line, thanks to the touchback. Wood under center, McDonald at fullback, and another botched snap ball on the turf. And once again, it's recovered by Spring Mills.
I think they're not counting.
Schwartz has the ball out of the pile.
Oh, they're another point in the Spring Mills way.
And once again, the Cardinals get the ball.
Oh, man. Tough sequence of events for Hedgesville. 2 straight fumbles on 2 offensive plays. And it's the snap, not being able to get that right.
So 1st and 10 now at the 20 for Spring Mills. Schwartz back in at quarterback. In the shotgun, he takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Chucks it deep for the end zone. Wide open touchdown. Nobody covering Douglas Mayer. At least I believe that's who it is here for Spring Mills, waiting to see here. Nope, my apologies. That's a 0. Thought for a second it was a 5 with the number being bunched up. So that's Javon Jones with the touchdown, and with 2:56 to go, it is 41-0 now. Spring Mills leading Hedgesville.
Total coverage bust from from Hedgesville against Spring Mills. Both guys go and cover the underneath route, and wide open down the field is Jones.
Stanley's extra point kick up and good. We'll keep it here. I'm trying to go quickly, as this is getting ugly. Spring Mills just absolutely dominating Hedgesville here tonight.
Yeah, this is really something from Spring Mills. It's impressive. You can see eyes get caught in the flats for both the defender in the slot and the outside corner for Hedgesville on that last play. Just a pretty simple concept. The slot receiver runs a little 5-yard out route, and Jones on the outside just runs a streak to the end zone. And I think there had to be some sort of miscommunication between the 2 players out there for Hedgesville on what their responsibilities were, because they both went to the flat.
Stanley with another kick deep that's going to be caught at the 2-yard line, and Williams deciding to return it, and almost had his helmet get taken off. Flags immediately come in with the tackle on that one. So Hedgesville will get better field position after the return to the 24. Don't need another scoring drive. He pretty much already gave it there, Dylan, but still got to give the sponsor a read, I guess, as that brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership and Real Solutions.
Just a 20-play touchdown, or a 20-yard touchdown pass by Ryland Schwartz on the first play of the drive.
The penalty?
Yep, penalty on the return.
Looks like the ball at the 40-yard line for Hedgesville to begin this drive. Still 2:48 remaining here in the half. It's 42-0 already. Spring Mills leading Hedgesville. So if this score holds or gets worse, we'll have the mercy rule running clock in the second half.
So this is another 15-yard penalty on Spring Mills on that kickoff.
Wood with the handoff, trying to run up the middle once again is Hedgesville, and it goes nowhere as Anderson in on the tackle. Is on the run was Chris Williams. Loss of 1 on the play, making it 2nd and 11. Also in on the tackle, helping out Anderson that time, Nolan Forrest.
130 penalty yards in the first half for Spring Mills, and they are up 42-0. You don't see that often.
No, you don't. Wood sends a man in motion. They go with the halfback toss for Williams to the left. Gets past one man, but then is wrapped up after a gain of 2 yards this time. That'll bring up 3rd down as Mayer in on the tackle. Now it looks like we might have an injured Hedgesville player down on the play, as it appears Aiden McDowell slow to get up, and because of that injury, we will step aside for now and take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back here with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, I'm Hoppy Kercheval, a longtime radio host and Peak Advantage member. I'm excited to share the great news that you now have the option to join Peak Advantage Medicare plans, West Virginia's all-in-one Medicare Advantage plans, created for you by local trusted doctors partnering with WVU Medicine and Valley Health. Our plans include a $0 premium plan option including dental, vision, hearing, prescriptions, flex card, and more. If you'd like to become a member of Peak Advantage or have more questions, contact our local team today at 1-877-478-5545.
We welcome you back here to Cardinal Stadium. Aiden McDowell, the injured Hedgesville Eagles, still being attended to here at the 40-yard line. 3rd and 9 as he's helped up onto his feet now on that far side. So that a positive sign, but they're making sure he is ready to start moving before they force him to, as he will be helped off the field now. Not putting a lot of weight on that left leg, so that not the best thing to see there for Hedgesville. As we mentioned during the pregame, it's been a injury-filled season for the Eagles so far. And because of that, they've already been forced to start 8 sophomores, 2 juniors, and 1 senior offensively.
They're toughing it out.
It's a 3rd and 9 now at the 41. They go with a halfback toss pass, and it's chucked up, and it just looks like a punt. Spring Mills, the only players in the area, and none of them could track it down, as trying to look over his back shoulder and make the catch. One of the linebackers here on the play in Hope Belkway, but it lands right next to him, falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
I'm sure some of those guys are really kicking themselves down there on the Spring Mills defense.
Excuse me, 4th down. There was a flag, but they declined it.
That ball hung in the air so long, I'm sure some of those Spring Mills guys think, oh, man, that's one of the easiest interception attempts I'm going to have. But nobody could quite get there.
Hedgesville ready to punt once again as Aiden Bison back to punt.
Spring Mills didn't have to use any timeouts to get the ball back again.
Punt is away cleanly. It's going to land short and roll backwards as Hedgesville eventually able to down it at the 47-yard line, 1st and 10, Spring Mills. 1:26 remains here in quarter number 2. It's Spring Mills 42, Hedgesville nothing. Stay tuned at the half. We'll have some unofficial first half stats for you, as well as a halftime scoreboard show. Kyler standing by back of the studio to give you some scores from around the state.
A minute 26 and all 3 timeouts for Spring Mills to go 53 yards.
Yeah, which
they've been able to do.
As we've seen tonight, they've been able to do in one play. Mayer in motion for Schwartz. He gets the snap, Looking to pass to the near side as a man open on an out route. It's caught, and a great stiff arm, and now a broken tackle. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Spring Mills. What I tell you, they've been able to do it in one play, and they do it in one play yet again here on senior night. Still trying to figure out who that is. It looks like it's Zane Whip with another touchdown, and a minute 12 remains here in quarter number 2. It's now 48-0. Spring Mills leading Hedgesville.
Zane Whip's senior night isn't until next year, but he's had himself a pretty nice game so far. Had himself a catch earlier, now a 53-yard touchdown. And make that the 5th touchdown pass of the half for Ryland Swartz.
Stanley's point after attempt up and good. 49-0 now. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, then we'll be right back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
The thing I'm most passionate about with my clients is that 95% of them that come to me, they've never been in trouble in their lives. They've got careers, promising futures, things that matter.
So thankfully, after it was all said and done, I had no DUI and I had no more stress facing me or my family.
When you're on the fence whether to hire a DUI attorney, I always say that you really cannot afford not to. My name is Harley Wagner. My law practice has been exclusively focused on driving under the influence cases throughout the state of West Virginia.
You have choices when it comes to appliance repair, but before you call a large corporate chain, consider what BW Appliance brings to the table. BW Appliance Repair offers fast in-home appliance repair services to the eastern panhandle of West Virginia, including Jefferson County and Berkeley County. We strive for professionalism, dedication, and honesty. Call us today at 304-279-8858 to schedule immediate service. You can also visit us online at bwappliance.repair.
We welcome you back here. It's been all Spring Mill so far this half. Another one-play touchdown for the Cardinals, who now lead Hedgesville 49-0 as they go with a squib kick. It's returned by one of Hedgesville's up men, who go with a spin cycle and now will be spun around by the tackler and brought down, as in on the return that time for the Eagles was Braden Hill. Scoring drive summary brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, Trusted Leadership, Real Solutions. One play, 53 yards, right, Dylan?
53.
Yep, Zane Whip with the touchdown.
Bradley Butts coming off the field, shaking up on that play.
So 1st and 10, Hedgesville at its 35-yard line. Wood under center, sends a man in motion, and they give it now to that man in motion, that time again being Hill from right to left. He's able to gain about a yard on that play to the 36. That'll make it 2nd and 9. Under a minute left here in quarter number 2. Spring Mills, with all 3 of its timeouts, if they wanted to use them and get the ball back, it looks like they're not going to do so, and Hedgesville pretty content themselves, it appears, to let that clock continue to tick away.
Well, you gave yourself an insurance touchdown to have that running clock at the start of the 3rd quarter with that last score, so I don't think they feel the need.
Wood under center. See if they get the snap off in time. They just barely do. It's a halfback toss running here to the near side, and flags come in the backfield on that carry. As in on the carry was Kayla McDonald. And it's a holding penalty against Hedgesville that will be declined. You got 9 seconds left here in quarter number 2. Ball at the 35-yard line now for this 3rd and 10. Whistle blows. The clock going to start running. And that should be the end unless it looks like we're actually going to get a timeout. I don't know. Whistles blow. It's Coach Hessen out there wanting to get a word to the referee.
Stoppage from the officials?
They're going to add more time to the clock now. So we're going to have to wait for that.
What was that about?
To be relayed up here. I don't know if the clock was correct. So having to wait to see what the clock is supposed to say, as they tried to yell the message up here, and I'm not sure if it was received, as still up there on the clock is 4.8 seconds, and that's incorrect. Now it says 5.2. And they're just going to go with it. Okay.
Got the
sure.
snap off.
They got the snap off. It's another run up the middle, and that's going to be how this quarter comes to an end. No yards gained on that run for Hedgesville. And that time it was Hill on the carry. 49-0, our score at the half. Spring Mills leading Hedgesville here in the final week of the regular season in West Virginia. We'll step aside and take a 2-minute break, and on the other side of that 2-minute break, we'll have the halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 2 minutes.
Calling all parade lovers, Main Street Martinsburg's annual Christmas parade is back. We'll be marching down Queen Street on Tuesday, December 9th at 6:30 p.m. Downtown will be shining bright with large floats, marching bands, and even Santa himself will be making an appearance. So make your reservations for your favorite restaurant now and secure your watch spot along Queen Street. We can't wait to see you there. For more details, visit mainstreetmartinsburg.com. This message was made possible by the Martinsburg-Berkeley County CVB.
Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. Floorpools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com. Floor Pools, your swimming pool and hot tub builder, retailer, and service provider, serving homeowners in Pennsylvania, Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Floor Pools takes pride in providing quality construction, reliable service, and exceptional customer service. Experience the ultimate relaxation and the serenity of soaking in your own hot tub. Your new backyard lifestyle awaits. Start your journey today at Floor Pools in Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. Floorpools.com. That's FLOHR Pools.com.
The Eastern Panhandle is home to teachers and healthcare workers, farmers and fishermen, servicemen and women, golfers, bicyclists, and people who love the outdoors. Where we call home isn't any one thing, so we're not either. At Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery, we are honored to help you plan a celebration of life that reflects one's individuality.
Our trusted local team is here to see that your wishes are honored and that your special story is told.
Welcome back to Cardinal Stadium. Here on Talk Radio WRNR TV10, WRNR TV on YouTube. We've reached halftime, 49-0 the score. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. Our halftime show is brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Visit them online at wvjusticelawyers.com. This one's gotten ugly fast. It's been Spring Mills the entire way. Hedgesville just has had a tough night. A few turnovers. The allowance of a successful onside kick as well. And open field tackling for the Eagles. Non-existent, it feels like, here tonight. As Spring Mills just getting to do anything they want, even with how many penalty yards so far here tonight for the Cardinals?
130, I think, is where we're at. I'll add that back up here, but I believe 130 for Spring Mills in the first half. Yeah, overall, I think there's a lot of words you could describe Hedgesville's tackling with, but non-existent is a fine one. It just feels like Spring Mills on offense is able to just throw it to a wide receiver 3 to 5 yards down the field, and they can do the rest. A couple blown coverages as well have let Rylan Swartz throw easy, deep touchdowns to the end zone.
And then on the other side, Hedgesville, the run game, they've really committed to it in these last handful of weeks as the season has gone on. And they've popped a couple of good runs. Like Chris Williams has runs of 15 yards, 7 yards, and 9 yards. But overall, he's got 15 carries for 32 yards. And no one else on the team has registered into positive yardage on the ground. And you're 0 for 2 passing. So that's all of the offense that Hedgesville's been able to muster so far.
Any other stats to get to, Dylan?
I've got some more. Ryland Swartz, 9 for 12, 348 passing yards, and 5 passing touchdowns in that half. The touchdowns themselves have been 65 yards, 67, 51, 20, and 53. And then throw in Keelan Curry, 2 carries for 2 touchdowns. One was 26 yards, one was 1 yard. Curry's also 1 for 2 passing for 12 yards. Blake Sanders, 5 carries for 17 yards. Bradley Butts, 2 carries for 22. Xavier Anderson, 3 catches, 127 yards and a touchdown. Javon Jones, 20-yard touchdown on his 1 catch. Hope Boquay's 1 catch went for 65 yards and a score. Douglas Mayer's 1 catch went for 51 yards and a score. Zane Whipp has 2 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. It's just been total domination by the Cardinals.
First half stats brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. You can buy your next vehicle online, and they'll deliver it to you. If you don't like it, they'll take it back. Visit them online at fordofhagerstown.com. Any other stats that you need to add, Dylan, or if not, other thoughts here at the half?
I think that's all the thoughts I have on this one. We do have a listener that wants to know if the Celtics are frauds, Colin, because they're losing by 8 to Orlando at halftime.
It's halftime to that listener. I'm not worried about an NBA Cup game anyway.
There you go, listener.
Thank you to everybody tuning in, by the way, not just that one listener. We love you all. And that's the only listener that's going to get a shout-out, though, so don't try.
Not even getting their name read.
Not even getting their name read, exactly.
It's not worth it.
Not worth it. Not going to happen. All right. Again, halftime, 49-0. The score here is
we appreciate
Spring
the
Mills
live chat,
marching band out on the field with its halftime show going on right now. Got about 13 and a half minutes remaining here at halftime. So let's step aside, take a 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have Kyler High standing by in the studio with the halftime scoreboard show. And just a heads up, everyone, blowouts, they're a common theme here tonight from what I've been able to see. He'll have those scores for you. After this is West Virginia High School Football and Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
It's the new normal. You live, work, and play everywhere. Whether it's the family car or the family business, you need insurance that keeps pace with your changing life. Home on the job or working from home, peace of mind comes from knowing your whole world is covered. No matter what happens or how big it grows, whatever your new normal, Erie Insurance's award-winning service and personal agents can keep pace. Call your local agent today or visit erieinsurance.com for a quote.
Take Rock's Chicken everywhere. A perfect mix of white and dark meat for any occasion. Rock's 12-piece chicken, $12. Rock's Local Market. Take Rock's Chicken everywhere. It's perfect for any occasion. Rock's 12-piece chicken, $12.
Rock's Local Market.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome into the halftime show presented to you by Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery. Rosedale Funeral Homes and Cemetery, like I said, attention to detail like no other. Visit dignitymemorial.com. Some scores around the EPAC as you're watching your 49-0. Spring Mills, the number 8 team, beating the number 14 team in the 4A now. Sorry. That game is at half, as you see. Another game at half that you are about to see the score of is Jefferson, Washington. That game is 42-0. Jefferson currently dominating. As you heard Colin say before he sent it back over here, blowouts kind of a theme in the EPAC tonight. Musselman losing to Morgantown 29-0. That game is also at half. George Washington, the number 5 team, beating the number 9 team. That game is 35-0, about to be at half as well. And then number 7, Wheeling Park, currently at halftime against John Marshall. They are winning 21-12. 2 games. As you can see, one of them on your screen right now. Your Martinsburg Bulldogs will play Hurricane tomorrow. That game is at 1:30. We'll be on air at 12:30 for that game, so tune in tomorrow. I'll be here for halftime and postgame show. Another game got delayed as well for 4A scores. Your number 2, Huntington, against Lindsley Academy Cadets. They are from Wheeling, West Virginia. That game is at 1 p.m. tomorrow, so for halftime and postgame show, I'll be able to get you a score for that as I will be looking in for these. Some other scores around the 4A division. Give me 1 second. You have North Marion versus Oak Hill. That game's 21-0 as North Marion is from AAA. You have apologies. You have Elkins versus Preston. Elkins being a 3A school, that game's pretty close as Preston is losing 25-21. Capital and Riverside, they played earlier. Capital being a AAA school as well. They played Riverside. Riverside lost that 16-0 as the game started off with a 2-0 start, which was odd. That game is final as they played earlier on in the day. Cabell Midland versus number 15 Parkersburg South, a battle for 16, so you could say, and I'll tell you why here in a second. That game is at halftime with Parkersburg South winning 14-0. And as I said, battle for 16 is Buchanan Upshur is losing to AAA Robert C. Byer 22-0. That game is in the third quarter. No other scores for you out of the 4A. There is 2 college games tonight, but those start at 9, so I'll probably be able to get you a post-game show recap on those as 22 Memphis plays Tulane, and number 20 USC, they play Northwestern. So far, nothing new has happened. Washington and Jefferson just came out of halftime. As I have the scoreboard update messed up, Washington is at Jefferson, so that's the one little mess up that I have, but nothing else is going on. As I said, Martinsburg Hurricane, they play tomorrow, and so does Huntington and Lindsley. So far, nothing else for you. And Spring Mills gets the ball at halftime as they are having a dominant first half over Hedgesville. Hopefully, let's get a decent second half, if you know what I mean. I'm Kyler High Talk Radio, WRNR TV10 and TV10 on YouTube. About to send you back for some more EPAC football. Spring Mills versus Hedgesville. Up next after this break, we'll hear from Colin and Dylan. Talk to you at postgame show.
Fort Evans Archery of Inwood is your local full-service archery pro shop with sales and setup, maintenance, repairs, and sight-ins. Fort Evans Archery is a full-stocking dealer for all your favorites like Hoyt, Matthews, Elite, Bowtech, Mission, and Bear, with crossbows from Raven, 10-Point, Barnett, and Excalibur. And Fort Evans Archery has a sight range out to 60 yards. Fort Evans Archery, 998 Arden-Nullville Road, Suite 2, Inwood, open Tuesday to Friday, 10 a.m. until 6, Saturdays 9:30 to 4. FortEvansArchery.com.
Beck and Surf Law Offices.
50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg, owners just care more about you.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. As you can see, about 5 minutes left here on the halftime clock. Our score, Spring Mills 49 and Hedgesville nothing. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop, Ethan Elliott, and Tyler Strines, our camera crew tonight. Back at the studio, who you just heard from is Kyler High. It's the final week of the regular season here in West Virginia high school football. That means playoffs start next week. Tomorrow, by the way, on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube only, due to it being a Saturday and West Virginia football in action, that will take precedent on the radio for us. We will have Martinsburg Bulldog football now, as we usually have Shepherd, but Martinsburg's game against Hurricane was moved to tomorrow, hence why we are here tonight, and will be there tomorrow for Senior Day. 12:30 is when we'll go on with pregame coverage. 1:30 is when kickoff is, and we'll do our best to have coverage of the Senior Day ceremony for those that want to watch that as well. That's supposed to begin, from what I've been told, around 1:10 or so over at Martinsburg. So tune into that. Again, that only on TV 10 in our WRNR TV YouTube stream. So if you're usually a listener on radio, you'll have the WVU game because that kicks at noon. So if you want to listen to us for Martinsburg tomorrow against Hurricane, you have to do so on those platforms. Dylan, sitting here with a few minutes left here on the halftime clock. Most likely 3 minutes will be added to it, so it'll be a little bit longer to give both teams enough time to stretch coming out of the locker room. We'll see if there's any changes or not as well. It's 49-0. Don't mean to be rude, but let's be honest. The game's over. There's no coming back from it. Spring Mills going to easily win tonight and pretty much already have. There will be a running clock here in the second half for the mercy rule. What I was trying to say earlier, though, before I kind of ran away from my train of thought, we'll see if they decide to shrink the quarters or not. Who knows?
I think since we're only 2 touchdowns over the threshold for the running clock, I don't think they would, but last week before the playoffs, you never know. It wouldn't be a bad idea. You don't want guys getting hurt out there.
Right, that's the ultimate goal now. Both teams, as we mentioned, are in the playoffs. You're playing to better your seeding here tonight, yes. But with the game already decided, you want to play it safe. And unfortunately for Hedgesville, they already have one injury here tonight that we saw.
Yeah.
There could be maybe some other bumps and bruises for both sides that we don't know about. I believe you mentioned Bradley Butts was limping off the sideline for Spring Mills. Didn't seem to be too serious, or not as serious as Aiden McDowell, the starting left tackle for Hedgesville, who had to be helped off the field earlier. Wish him nothing but the best. Hopefully also Kay, but as we said, you just don't want any more injuries here tonight. You need to be as healthy as you possibly can for the playoffs.
Right. And the teams are making their way out now. There's a minute 20 left on the clock listed for halftime, but since they're coming out late, they might add that extra 3 minutes.
Yeah, let's step aside, take a 2-minute break just to see, and we got to make sure all of our advertisers are happy. So a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with the second half here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When it comes to providing you with a better car buying experience, CMA's Honda of Winchester takes it personally. Why? Because we're employee owned. That makes us neighbors, and good neighbors take care of each other. Come experience the honesty, transparency, and value we provide every customer, every neighbor, each and every day. At CMA's Honda of Winchester, owners just care more about you.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Welcome back here to Cardinal Stadium, home of the Spring Mills Cardinals. They lead here tonight, 49-0 over Hedgesville. So we've played one half of football, getting ready to start the second half as both teams making their ways back out onto the field. It will be Hedgesville kicking off here to Spring Mills as it's starting to rain here in this part of the county as well. We knew it was only a matter of time, unfortunately. Then another reason why you want to just wrap this one up quickly going here tonight.
Yeah, the rain can make things even sloppier, harder to run on, harder to keep your footing overall.
Which increases chance of injury.
Right. Yep. No shortened quarters.
Nope. 12 minutes up on the clock. Second half kick brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Just waiting for Hedgesville's kicker to be given the ball here to kick with. So that had to be retrieved from over on the far side of the field for the Eagles. Two men back to return here for Hedgesville. As we get ready to begin quarter number 3. It's kicking off here for Hedgesville. It looks like it's Alexander Whitfield, but whistles blow for some reason here before the kick. Not sure what. And it looks like he's going to run off the field now.
Oh.
And another kicker's going to come on.
A uniform issue?
I don't know.
You got 31 Mason Janney coming on.
Yeah, I haven't seen that before. So Janney ready to kick. And he goes with an onside, catching Spring Mills off guard. Hedgesville had it, but might have touched it too early. Not sure. There is a flag down, so that's why I'm kind of assuming that's what the call was, but I'm not 100% positive because the ball's kicked at the 40. The flag was over at the 47 on the opposite side, so I don't know.
I don't believe you're allowed to try to catch the ball in the air.
But it bounced. It wasn't a kick into the air. It just took
That's a
that
good point.
hop because of the spin of the ball. So whatever the penalty is, it's against Hedgesville, and now Spring Mills will start with the ball at Hedgesville's 39-yard line to begin this drive. Curry, it looks like, in at quarterback here for this drive. And again, whistles blow. And it's a false start against Spring Mills.
Starting off the second half on a similar note to what we saw in the first half. Not any false starts. That's actually their first 5-yard penalty of the night. It is their 14th overall, though. Sorry, 13th. For 140 penalty yards. But
so Curry at quarterback. And the snap goes behind him. He has to pick it up and now takes off all by himself on the near sideline. Stiff arms one man across the 40. Now forced out of bounds at the 37-yard line. So that will make it about 2nd down and 7 or so after that run.
Broken play turns into 7 yards with where they placed it. Because, of course, that's just how things have gone for Spring Mills tonight.
They just got the better athletes, more speed.
Yeah.
Pistol look now. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side for Curry. They go back to the speed option. It's a toss, and Sanders catching it. Now jukes past one man, goes across the 30, and has the first down as he's tackled around the 27-yard line.
Sanders was held in check pretty well in that first half. He only had 5 carries for 17 yards. That's already his best run of the day.
Spring Mills now getting set. 2 receivers to each side as the ball spotted on the far side hash marks here. Curry sends a man in motion from right to left. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Sanders, who's going to be wrapped up in the backfield as that play originally blown up, it looks like, by Justin Bosley. And that has a 4-yard loss on the play, making it 2nd and 14 from the 31 now.
The Cardinals have come out pretty flat here. A lot of mistakes. They are up by a lot. So foot off the gas pedal a little bit, but you need to do your job well on every play.
Curry, again with the speed option, he keeps it as a big hole up the middle, now bouncing it to the outside, and is going to go into the end zone for another Spring Mills touchdown. 8:50 to go here in quarter number 3 as Spring Mills now extends its lead over Hedgesville to 55-0.
I mean, I don't know what else you can really say about Keelan Curry. His play on the field is speaking for itself here. Next year, I think this is the looks we're going to see more than anything from Spring Mills. And it looks like it works really well here on offense.
Extra point up and good. 56-0 now the score. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back with more West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Howard Beck and Mitsura Law Offices. 50 years experience. No fees unless we collect money for you. Always here to help you. Any questions? lawpbm.com.
We welcome you back here to Cardinal Stadium. Spring Mills ready to kick off again here to Hedgesville as they now lead at 56-0. And it's a squib kick that, again, whistles blow for. So we're going to have to re-kick, as it looked like somebody was a little jumpy on the kickoff team for Spring Mills. So that will back the kick up a few yards. While they do that, you want to get the scoring drive summary now, Dylan, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
4 plays to go, 39 yards. This time for Spring Mills, it's a 31-yard touchdown run by Keelan Curry, who has 3 rushing scores on the day.
Looks like we have a new kicker out there for Spring Mills, as well as Braden Jenkins now kicking off for the Cardinals. Nice kick. Going to be a line drive that is bobbled by Hedgesville's return man and picked up behind the 5-yard line, and he's going to now slip on the turf and go down at the 15-yard line. A tough return there, is trying to make a lot out of not much, was Micaiah Priller.
That's a tough one to figure out what to do with. I think in a situation like that, you probably want to let the ball bounce. Sit back there at the goal line or so, but
I guess you don't want it to go, though, and stop before the end zone.
Right. No, the thing was, it was kind of hit directly at where Priller was standing originally, just kind of to his left.
Mercy Rule clock rolling inside 5:40 and going here in this third quarter. Wood fakes a halfback toss, keeps it himself, and he gets drilled, as that's going to be a big loss on the play as he's brought down inside the 5 for the sack. Third quarter brought to you by Power Beck and Matt Zurif Law Offices. Call 304-264-8870 to speak with an attorney today, or visit lawpbm.com, as well as Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, your total insurance solution, located at 1250 Edwin Miller Boulevard, Suite 301 in Martinsburg. Call 304-263-3361. Second and a country mile here for Hedgesville at its 5-yard line. As Wood goes under center with the I formation. And it's going to be a handoff to the running back, who's going to be tackled on the play by Schwartz across the 10 down to the 12-yard line. So a gain of 7 on that run that time for Hedgesville, as in on the carry was Priller. And that makes it third down for the Eagles now.
Nice little pickup, but still a ways to go on third down now. We'll see what they do, especially with the rain coming down. If they want to air the ball out, which they've only done twice, and one was a halfback pass.
Priller again at running back. Got a new fullback in there as well here for Wood. It's a halfback toss to Priller, who tries to run up the middle as he realized the outside wasn't going to get him much. And going up the middle didn't get him much either. Brings up fourth down, as it's a loss of 1, maybe 2 on that play. As Hedgesville goes 3 and out, and on comes the punt team here in quarter number 3.
Colin, I find it interesting that Hedgesville is the first team that I've seen, at least in the Panhandle, with a few Guardian caps out there with some players.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen it for anybody else either, as Bison sends a low line drive punt away that Spring Mills will return at the 42-yard line, but good punt team cover. No, it's a late lateral unless they're going to say he was down. Spring Mills went with a pitch as they think it should be a touchdown, but it looks like they're going to rule the play dead. I like the idea, as it was Javon Jones back there.
Oh,
and now we got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against Spring Mills as well.
Unless this just ends up being a sideline warning, but
yeah, Jones said, hey, quickly, give me the ball, and I can go. And he did that. But they say forward progress or he was down. I'm not sure. I also didn't fully see who the original return man was back there. I was still trying to figure it out while the play was going on, so my apologies there. Now we wait for where this ball will be spotted after the penalty.
A lot of people just standing around at this point.
Well, if they had to wait for a ball.
All right. Oh, yeah.
That's pretty important.
It is kind of important to have the football out there to play football. But let's see. They started backing them up. Okay, now they're just making sure that they're marking off from the right yard line. Another 15 yards. So it might take me
stays on this side of the 50.
It take me a minute.
It's at the 49 now.
I'll start adding up Spring Mills' penalty yardage again.
So 1st and 10 for Spring Mills at the 49. It looks like we're going to get some JV players in here tonight, as in at running backs, Messiah McDonald trying to see who's in at quarterback now, as well as from the side. The number is tough to see, but here's McDonald on a big run as he's brought down across the 40 at the 39-yard line. Looks like in at quarterback, sorry, Dylan, is Kamari Fisher, the freshman.
150 penalty yards for Spring Mills. See if can they get to 200?
Don't tempt them. I want to keep that clock rolling. Fisher.
I think that's what Spring Mills'
shotgun formation.
Will be saying.
McDonald to his left, gets the snap, hands it off to McDonald again. Goes right up the middle, makes a man miss, and now falls forward as he's brought down from behind. First down, Spring Mills. Believe in on that tackle was Jordan Lewis for Hedgesville. Ball now at the 31, 1st and 10, Spring Mills. 2 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. It's Spring Mills 56, Hedgesville 0. It's Fisher. It's 2 receivers to each side. It's another handoff to McDonald, who almost gets tackled in the backfield, but keeps those feet moving. He's pretty shifty out there as he gets it to the 25 that time on the run for another Cardinals first down.
The backup lineman here for Spring Mills, as many as they may have in right now, are really moving bodies upfield. McDonald got about 5 yards down the field before he really ran into anybody.
Fisher in shotgun formation again with McDonald to his left. Here at the 25. Gets the snap, dropping back the pass. It's caught on the far side, lowering your shoulder as the receiver to get across the 20 before being pushed out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd down for Spring Mills. So I believe that time on the reception is Aiden Fowler. We're going to do our best to identify these players. As I said, with garbage time, we got to go off the roster now.
Yep.
So these are the ones that we don't have fresh in our minds here, making plays. Under 40 seconds left here in quarter number 3. It's Fisher. Low snap, able to handle it. Throws it to the near side. It's caught, and laying the boom is Hedgesville, as that catch was by Caden Blount. A big-time collision here on the near side as well. I believe that might have been Hubble, the corner here on the near side, with that hit.
Yep.
That brings up 3rd and 1. We'll see if Spring Mills decides to take one last play here in the third or not. They are moving quickly, so it looks like they will. Fisher drops back the pass, looking deep, chucks it deep, man wide open in the back of the end zone, touchdown Spring Mills. And again, it's Blount on the catch, and at the end, quarter number 3, it is now Spring Mills 62, Hedgesville 0.
That might even be the exact same play that we saw Javon Jones get a touchdown on earlier in the game, where there was an out route from the receiver in the slot. And well, actually, no, it wasn't that. There was the receiver keeping Hedgesville at bay short, came from the outside this time, ran a little snag route, I think it would be, about 5 yards. Started to run a slant, then stopped. And both Hedgesville defenders go for him.
Stanley's extra point kick.
Got Blount open over the
Up
top.
and good. 63-0 now our score. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
You back here as we enter quarter number 4, brought to you by Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, representing accident and injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com, as well as CMA Honda Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike in Winchester. Call them at 540-686-1622. At CMA Honda Winchester, owners just care more about you. 63-0 Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. It's another squib kick that's going to be returned up the middle, and a good return across the 40, and nearly busting through was Priller, but he just gets tripped up and falls down at the 45-yard line. Let's get a scoring drive summary now, brought to you by Senate Finance Chair Jason Barrett, trusted leadership and real solutions.
6 plays to go 65 yards there for Spring Mills. Ends up in a 32-yard touchdown pass from Fisher to Blunt.
And it looks like Spring Mills is going to take a timeout here before this drive begins. Again, tomorrow on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, we will have Martinsburg football for you. It's the final regular season game for the Bulldogs as well, as they host the Hurricane Redskins. 12:30 pregame coverage, 1:30 kick for that one. And then next week starts the playoffs. By the way, some score updates for you. Number 1, Morgantown now leads number 10, Musselman, 38-0 in quarter number 3. Jefferson with the win. It's gone final, 48-0. They defeat Washington. George Washington leading Woodrow Wilson 42-0. And there you go. Kyler High will have some other scores for you in the post game, but we resume action here out of the timeout. As the ball's on the ground, it was a tough snap for our new quarterback to pick up as he just falls on top of it. As in at quarterback now here for Hedgesville is Kevin Blosser, the backup.
Blosser, a freshman, getting a little bit of run.
Blosser gets the snap this time. We'll hand it off up the middle, and forward progress going to be stopped for the running back here this time in Priller. as he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage for forward progress before being dragged backwards. That makes it 3rd down.
Credit to Spring Mills. They have absolutely been immovable, pretty much, up front on the defensive line for Hedgesville. Only a few holes have opened up for the running backs of the Eagles.
Blosser sends a man in motion. Go with a halfback toss. Priller on the near side. Splits the gap. And will go down just shy of the 45 as in on the tackle for Spring Mills, Adam Benayer. But a flag in the backfield, and it's a holding penalty against Hedgesville. It looks like that will be accepted here on the 3rd down, backing up the Eagles' offense.
Well, that was going to be one of the better plays that Hedgesville has run all night, but get out on a sweep play, toss it to the running back to the left side of the line, and just longer developing blocks, some reach blocks that offensive linemen have to try to make, and that can be made harder by the weather, and you get a hold.
So here at 3rd and long for Blosser in the Hedgesville offense as he goes under center. And again, can't handle the snap, does the freshman. He's going to just have to fall on top of it to avoid a fumble recovery by Spring Mills. So Hedgesville keeps possession, but that brings up 4th down now at the 35 as the Eagles yet again will punt here tonight.
Especially when you haven't really played many, if any, snaps out at quarterback on the varsity level and any level. In this rain, it can get difficult there under center.
Bison on the punt. It is high and here to the near side. Spring Mills going to let it go away and roll out of bounds here on the near side as back to return was Logan Harper, but was told not to touch it. Goes out of bounds at the 32 of Spring Mills. The Cardinals offense back out on the field once again. 9:28 here left in the ball game. It's 63-0. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville. Speaking of him, he's in at quarterback, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper going on the far side, and that's going to be a big run for Logan Harper. 1st down Spring Mills and then some. One of the biggest plays of the night.
Yeah, how about that?
Only a freshman, 5'8", 140. And he's got some fast feet on him.
It's a 37-yard run.
And 1st and 10 now at Hedgesville's 31-yard line.
Talent all up and down the roster here for Spring Mills.
So Harper in shotgun formation, new running back to his right. It looks like is Noah Reed, I believe. So Harper keeps it himself, running to the right. Has some space here on the near side, but from behind going to get dragged down after a short gain, making it 2nd down. The rain continues to fall, starting to pick up here at Spring Mills High.
Yeah, we knew that this was probably going to come through at some point during the game. Luckily, it waited until the second half when we had the running clock.
So 2nd down now for Spring Mills, 6 to go. It's Harper gets the snap. Hand it off to his running back, who has a hole up the middle but gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage and falls forward. That's not a number 17, that's a 37. That's Elijah Adams on the run. No, earlier I said it was Noah Reed, but I was wrong. And that's 1st down for Spring Mills now at the 21-yard line.
It's a good balance from Adams. Let's stay up on that one, especially as the turf gets slicker.
So Harper in shotgun formation Wanting Adams to his left now. 2 receivers to each side. And whistles blow as the ball snapped. Play clock hit 0. And it's going to be a delay of game penalty called against Spring Mills, backing them up 5. .702 remains here in the 4th. 63-0. Spring Mills leads Hedgesville here tonight.
14 penalties, 155 penalty yards for the Cardinals.
Harper takes the snap. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle. And he's going to be tackled after a short gain. I believe in on the tackle that time for Hedgesville was Sean Parsons. It looks like we have another penalty, though, against Spring Mills, and it's a holding this time against the Cardinals. So maybe they will get the 200 after all, Dylan. You're running out of space.
I am. We're getting close to 200.
A lot of people probably are surprised you haven't already ran out of space.
We're getting real close to start bleeding over to the Hedgesville side of my paper.
Don't confuse yourself. Jet sweep from right to left. A good tackle there. Wrapping up was Clark, as in on the carry is Jason Johnson, another freshman here for Spring Mills. A loss on that play. Ball now at the 31-yard line, making it 2nd and 20.
Stands are starting to clear out more and more here as the rain continues to come down. 5.5 minutes left.
Yeah, for those tuning in and leaving, be careful. Not 100% positive if 81 still shut down or not.
Good point.
Harper keeping it himself, trying to lower his shoulder, but goes right in to Kobe Prather. So he's able to get it to about the 29-yard line that time.
Apparently it was a hazmat truck that overturned near the Virginia line, so it is at least further down the line from Spring Mills over here for people.
Yeah,
but
still might
it
could.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
It's Harper here with a 3rd and 17. Takes the snap. Will hand it off, and that's going to be another tackle for loss. It's going nowhere that time. The ball carrier is in on the carry was Messiah McDonald. And that'll make it 4th and long.
Respect to these 2nd and 3rd string players, freshman players, in many cases for Hedgesville. They're still making plays late in this game while it's gotten away. Going to put good stuff on tape and get playing time going into the next year.
Harper here on this 4th down, takes the snap, dropping back, wanting to pass, now trying to extend the play, chucking it downfield, and well short of the intended receiver. Almost looked like it was going to be picked off, but slipping up was Blaine Hawk, the corner. In the end, though, it is a turnover on down, so Hedgesville gets the ball down 63-0 here with 3:51 remaining in the contest. So, with this win, Spring Mills will improve to 6-4. Hedgesville will fall to 2-8, and we'll have to wait and see for tomorrow night or maybe Sunday, depending on how things go tomorrow, with Huntington in action tomorrow, Martinsburg in action tomorrow as well, and for when the standings are officially released for the playoffs. As Hedgesville goes with a halfback toss here, and going to have to try to figure out. It looks like that was Priller again on the carry. Again, apologies if we're a little behind identifying players, with it 1 being all backups, and 2, I forgot my binoculars, ladies and gentlemen, and I should have known by now when we come to Cardinal Stadium I need to pack those every time because we're up here in the press box, which is pretty far away from the field. So it's another halfback toss. Priller tries to cut it to the right. Flag's going to come in on the play as he's tackled at the 39. So instead of binoculars, I'm using my iPhone camera and zooming in on the number so I can see who's out there right now.
It's good quality.
And it is
I will say.
very good quality. Going to need to do this more often. So we'll see how it goes here. But
hey,
another big penalty.
Spring Mills.
Spring Mills, first down Hedgesville, as the Eagles now have the ball at Spring Mills 44-yard line with 2:45 to play and the clock rolling down. Another handoff up the middle, and this time it goes nowhere for Priller, as stopping him dead in his tracks, that time Elijah Adams yet again.
I do think that was another 15-yarder on Spring Mills. Their
I believe so.
Getting crazy.
Yeah. So Hedgesville now with a 2nd and 10 as they break the huddle. Trying to see who's in a quarterback now. It looks like it is Jordan Birch, as the toss misread and goes behind Priller, so he has to run backwards and fall on top of it. And yeah, that is, my apologies, not Birch. I was one off. That's a 34. I was looking at 33 trying to read across the numbers here. That's Xander Stotler. So
I will say they didn't make it easy on us tonight, Colin, where you have you have pretty dark numbers on darker uniforms for Spring Mills. Those aren't too terrible to read, but yellow numbers on white jerseys is always difficult.
I won't complain on them. I've seen worse. So they go with a jet sweep here to the near side, trying to stiff arm a man, but eventually being brought down across the 45 around the 44 is the receiver, as that time on the jet sweep it was Garrett Zollinger. So we have a minute remaining here in the game. Almost combined contest and game. It said contest.
I think if you run the play clock down to about 5 seconds, this can be the last play of the game.
Well, it's 4th down, so.
Oh, well, they do need that complicates.
And they need 10. And they're going with a halfback toss to Priller, and he's not getting any yards. Turnover on downs. Why do you need to stop the clock?
Change your possession.
Who
you
cares?
don't have to stop the clock.
Show me the rule book.
Colin, this is football. It's not Nom. There are rules.
Show me the rule book.
Mark it 8, dude.
63-0 to score here. 33.6 seconds left to go. As fans now, pretty much everybody heading to the exits. Teams waiting to do the same. As Spring Mills has to go out there for one last time and take a knee.
Taking a knee from the shotgun.
Pretty far back here for a knee. Harper gets it. Will take that knee. And that's the ball game. Spring Mills gets the win here on senior night in the Backroads Brawl over Hedgesville. 63-0 tonight's final score. Step aside and take a 2-minute break, and then we'll be back with our post-game show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
When it comes to surgery, experience and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures, including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. We have been challenged to sell 20 new and used vehicles each and every day for the rest of the year. This means you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the largest Ford store on the I-81 corridor, ranked among the top dealerships in the country in sales volume and customer satisfaction. If you are even thinking about buying a new car, now is the time. Visit HagerstownFord.com and choose your new ride, and we will bring it to you. You will sign all the documents from your phone and skip that awful finance process that consumes your entire day in the dealership. Let's recap. Hagerstown Ford must sell 20 vehicles a day. You will sign all the documents from your phone on your time. We will bring your new ride to you, and you're done. It's that easy. If you don't like it, return it. Our return policy is better than Walmart, and our buying experience is better than Amazon. And you save thousands. Hagerstown Ford is the #1 Ford store from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C., from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland. Now, we want to be the #1 Ford store in the nation.
Hagerstown Ford, right off Interstate 81, across from the Valley Mall.
After a car accident, call the local law firm that can give you the help you need right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti, the one with 115 years of combined experience fighting for West Virginia accident victims. Get more with Mansion Ferretti.
The one that takes on the big insurance companies.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. We're Mansion Ferretti.
After a car accident, we'll fight for every dollar you deserve. And if there's no recovery, there's no fee. So call right now.
Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
We welcome you back here to Cardinal Stadium. Tonight's final score, Spring Mill 63, Hedgesville nothing. So we welcome you into the post-game show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu and daily specials in a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Pure dominance by Spring Mills here on senior night as the Cardinals improve to 6-4 to finish the regular season. Hedgesville finishes the regular season at 2-8. A tough one for Hedgesville, a great one for Spring Mills. Dylan still trying to tally up his unofficial post-game stats.
I think I got what we need.
Those are brought to you by your local full-service archery pro shop, Fort Evans Archery of Inwood. Call 304-229-7064 or visit fortevans.com.
So, Ryland Swartz, all in the first half, 9 of 12, 348 passing yards and 5 passing touchdowns. On the ground, Keelan Curry was the star of the show for Spring Mills. 4 carries, 65 yards, and 3 rushing touchdowns. In the receiving game, Xavier Anderson had 3 catches for 127 and a score. Hope Bouquet's 1 catch went 65 yards and into the end zone. Zane Whipp had 2 catches, 62 yards, and a touchdown. And Douglas Mayer had a 51-yard touchdown catch. Javon Jones, 20-yard touchdown catch. And I believe, add in one more for Caden Blount. 2 catches, 38 yards, and a score. There's also a touchdown throw in there for Fisher late in the game. On 3 passes, completed all 3 of them, 41 yards. On the Hedgesville side, 15 carries, 32 yards for Chris Williams. And that's pretty much the offense for them tonight.
Anything else that you want to add here, Dylan?
Nope. I would say in terms of stats, that's about it.
Spring
Mills, Hedgesville's offense didn't have much to write home about here tonight.
All right, so that is your post-game stats brought to you by Fort Evans Archery. Let's get to tonight's awards then and wrap things up here so we can get our equipment out of the rain. Play of the game brought to you by CMA's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Stop in, see them today at 48 Kelly Island Road, Martinsburg, or call 304-263-8821. CMA, they're moving lives forward.
I got to go with Xavier Anderson's 67-yard touchdown catch. Caught it about 5 yards on a hitch route and outran pretty much the entire Hedgesville defense from there.
All right, there you go. That is tonight's play of the game. How about tonight's collision of the game brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Family-owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by experienced certified technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
For this one, I'm going to give it to Hedgesville, actually, as Zaven Rush for Hedgesville got a sack on Ryland Swartz on a 4th down early in the game that got the Spring Mills offense off the field for one of the only times that they did go off the field without points.
So that is tonight's collision of the game. A few more here to get to. Let's next get to tonight's catch of the game, brought to you by WV Medicine, Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Keelan Curry on a 4th and 20, or 4th and 18, I think it was, picks up 20-plus yards, 23 to be exact, on a throw from Ryland Swartz, just pretty much a jump ball, a streak route down the field, and it was a great play made by Curry.
All right, that is your catch of the game. Lastly, then, player of the game, brought to you by CMA Honda Winchester, located at 3985 Valley Pike. Call 540-686-1622 at CMA Honda of Winchester. Owners just care more about you.
Xavier Anderson. I wanted to give this one to Ryland Swartz. It's hard not to with the stats, but there was so much yards after the catch that I feel like the 127 yards and a score for Xavier Anderson to go along with his play on the defensive side, where the Hedgesville offense couldn't get anything going. I think I got to give it to Xavier Anderson.
All right, there you go.
Keelan Curry was
nice player of the game. I was okay with you giving a kill player of the game if you wanted to for Schwartz.
Curry and Swartz are both honorable mentions. I'll give it to Xavier Anderson.
Fair enough. That will wrap things up for us here tonight from Spring Mills. Again, tomorrow afternoon on TV 10 and WRNR TV only. So tomorrow we won't be on radio for Martinsburg football as they take on Hurricane due to WVU football going on at the same time. 12:30 is when we'll go live with pregame coverage for Martinsburg tomorrow. 1:30 is when kickoff is scheduled for against Hurricane. For Kyler High back at the studio, who you'll hear from shortly with the postgame scoreboard show, our camera crew here tonight, Tyler Strine and Ethan Elliott. Alongside me, Dylan Bishop. I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off. Again, tonight's final score, Spring Mills 63, Hedgesville 0. This has been West Virginia High School football on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a great rest of your evening.
Cody, thank you.
For what?
For your military service.
Oh, kid, it was an honor, and you're welcome.
What branch?
The Air Force.
My dad was a Marine.
Well, thank him for his service, too.
We should thank all the veterans out there listening.
I think you got that right, kid. You might be smart after all. Happy Veterans Day from our staff at Cody's Auto Body.
And McKenna.
Yeah, that little brat, too.
Cody! I'm not a brat.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
surgery, experience, and innovation matter. At WVU Medicine, our board-certified surgeons use the latest robotic and minimally invasive techniques to provide better outcomes and faster recoveries. We offer a full range of procedures including advanced hernia repair, anti-reflux surgery, breast cancer surgery, colon resection, gallbladder removal, skin cancer, and lesion removal. Trust the region's leader in advanced surgical care. Call WVU Medicine Surgery today at 304-596-2150.
Welcome into your post-game show, brought to you by Floor Pools. Make every day better with a hot tub, swimming pool, or swimming pool. Floor Pools has locations in Martinsburg, Chambersburg, and in Hagerstown. Sorry, I stumbled on my words there. All of your games in the EPAC have went final, as you just watched your Spring Mills Cardinals play your Hedgesville Eagles. That game ending in a 63-0 dominant victory for Spring Mills, as they were the number 8 team and Hedgesville was the number 14 team. So that'll make things interesting for the bottom of the bracket, and I'll tell you why here in a little bit. But until then, we'll get to the rest of the scores going on in the area. Hurricane and Martinsburg, no score, obviously, because they play tomorrow. You can catch that game on here on TV and on YouTube only, as WVU plays, as you heard Colin before he sent it over to me. Number 10, Musselman, playing number 1 Morgantown. That game has went final 45-0, as Musselman has lost that game. Number 4 Jefferson winning against number 13 Washington. That game went final as well, which they had a running clock in the second half, just like the game you was watching. 48-0 was your final score there. George Washington, that game has went final. That game was 42-0 against the number 5 team versus the number 9 Woodrow Wilson. So that was a 42-0 win for George Washington. So that'll be interesting to see how the bottom part of the bracket plays out. And the last score that you see on there is your number 7 Wheeling Park playing your AAA John Marshall. That game is 49-26 in the fourth quarter. Other scores for you in the 4A division, you could call it. You have no Huntington playing tonight, as they play tomorrow at 1 p.m., so I'll get you that score, as well as your Shepherd and your Mountain East scores, all in tomorrow's halftime and postgame show. I'll keep you up to date on that. North Marion beating your number 12 Oak Hill. That was a 4A team, Oak Hill. And then your 3A team is the number 4 team in 3A. North Marion wins 35-0. Elkins, the AAA team out of, AAA, beating the number 18 team Preston currently. That game is 47-35. It says it's in the third quarter. You have Capital. They won against Riverside, another 3A team winning against a 4A team. 16-8 was your scores. That game beginning a little bit earlier. I believe it became closer to 5:30 as it was playing before we went on air. And then Buchanan Upshur playing against another 3A team, as another 3A team has gotten a win over a 4A team. 34-0 was your final score there, as they played Robert C. Byard. Unsure if I said the name, but there it is. Like I told you, no Huntington score, no Martinsburg score. Those games will be tomorrow. And your college scores currently, the college scores that I can give you for right now, is Northwestern playing number 20 USC, as that game is 7-0 with USC having the lead with 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. Tulane and number 22 Memphis, they are tied at 7-all with 10:30 left to go in the first quarter. So those games started at 9 p.m., so those will go on throughout the night. A couple games for you tomorrow, but we'll get into that tomorrow, as well as everything else. I'm Kyler High, Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10 on YouTube and on TV. Everybody have a safe night. Be safe travels if you go anywhere, as it is raining outside. Don't want any accidents. And tune in tomorrow on TV 10 on TV and on YouTube for at least come in for the halftime and postgame show to see me. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a great night and be safe.
And that concludes today's postgame show. Be sure to tune in each week throughout the regular and postseason for more West Virginia high school football. Today's game has been brought to you by
W. Harley Miller Systems, Smallwood and Small Insurance Agency, Power, Beck and Matzeroff Law Offices, Senate Finance Chairman Jason Barrett, Hagerstown Ford, Fort Evans Archery, Rock's Local Markets. The Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons. The Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, personal injury attorneys. Cody's Auto Body. The Palace Lounge. Parsons Ford of Martinsburg. The Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers. The Berkeley County Health Department. Bodwell Insurance Solutions. Ameriprise Financial and the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors. WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers. The Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. CMA Honda of Winchester. CMA Chevy and Toyota of Martinsburg. CMA Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Martinsburg. Dignity Memorial Rosedale Funeral Home and Cemetery of Martinsburg. Flower Pools of Martinsburg, Hagerstown, and Chambersburg. Inferno Brewery and Andy's Pizza.
For the best in high school, college, and NFL coverage all season long, keep it tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.